Hello, everybody. For once, I'm not British. Man, this is weird. This is weird. What's going on? Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm like over 45 minutes late because life is awful, but how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a nice day. Here's my PlayStation controller. It's on my desk for some reason. How are you guys doing? Hello, Endigo. Hello, Balroth. Hello, Bowser. Hello, Celestial. Watch Manakyn live in 30 minutes. The notification. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing my best here. You're doing good? Yeah, today, I told you guys I may or may not stream today. And, you know, I didn't really want to play a game today. I didn't really want to start a new game because I'm really exhausted. But, you know, I just wanted to, you know, hang out today and just, talk about gaming news and whatnot, because the gaming industry is a mess. The gaming industry is a complete mess right now. What's wrong with my nose? It's the lighting, probably. Look at my shininess. Yeah, it's mostly the lighting. Here. It looks a little bit better. Hold on. Maybe this looks better. Okay, you know what? My lighting sucks, okay? Like, half my face is super, super white, and the other half is... So thank you for pointing that out. Let me see if I can lower the brightness. Maybe that's a little bit better. But now everything is dark. Yeah, so how's it going, guys? You beat the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight for the first time. Hey, congratulations! Is that the one where you have to do the jump, 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 and then the jump, and the do, and then the jump, 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 and then the do? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I think I beat that. Like it took me like an entire session just to beat it. I think. I think I beat it once. Like I played Hollow Knight on stream. I finished the game, not 100%ed it, but I got all the bonus stuff like off stream. So yeah, it took 2.5 hours. Sounds about right. Probably took me about 4 hours really. Yeah. So. What type of gaming news are you guys interested in? Have you guys been following the voice actor situation? The voice actor strike situation? Have you guys been following the Nintendo Switch 2 pricing thing? Yeah, you know how it is. Ugh. Man, the world is not okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. You don't think it's going to be nearly as good as Switch number 1, huh? Maybe not. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can talk about some news today. So I haven't really been following too much, so this is kind of like going to be me just looking stuff up. Hey, how's it going, Fivefold? Imagine if Mario Kart World added gacha. Well, we're actually going to talk about that. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, as usual, look at all these advertisements, man, on the side right here. Freaking frick, man. I even have the ad blocker on, and it's like, remove ads. This is why nobody likes the media. Like, you guys write crappy articles that can be probably written better by an AI, and then you put in all these unnecessary ads. Oh, check out all these half-naked anime girls, And then when you try to remove them, they're like, you don't want to see half-naked anime girls? Why don't you pay us? You forget ads are real. I mean, I am using, what is it? Ad block. I might change it to another one. uBlock Origin 1 plus a pie hole. Though Chrome recently took down uBlock Origin from its store. Of course they did, because it's stopping, what is it called? It's stopping people on YouTube from watching ads. I'll probably do that at some point, but... Firefox still has uBlock. Maybe I'm gonna... It's like, maybe I'm gonna have to switch to Firefox. And then Chrome will be like, are you sure you want to switch your browser? Yes. Okay, so let's see what The Gamer has to say. Nintendo Switch 2's first treehouse was descended upon by angry Nintendo fans constantly spamming drop the price. This is in retaliation to the several Nintendo Switch 2 games that will cost $80 at launch, with Mario Kart World's physical being confirmed to $90. Okay, let's see what people have to say. I'll tell you guys what I believe as well afterwards. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Nintendo Switch 2's price and the price of games. The anger continued. Mario Kart was $80 and $90 for a physical copy. Then it was discovered that a number of Switch 2 games will cost $80 at launch. Fans descend upon Switch 2 to demand prices. Putting all that into consideration should be no surprise. It was a mess. While we don't have the live stream, as Nintendo privates them and uploads individual videos. This is carried on. It's far more prevalent in the Mario Kart World video, given its biggest offender so far. But you can also find it on Donkey Kong Bonanza and Metroid Prime. Okay, so let's go there. Alright, let's check it out. Mario Kart World. Alright, let's check out the comments. Alright, here are the comments, guys. Oh, frick. No, I don't want to see your freaking shorts. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Tyler? Free roam was made for the kid in me who used to pretend to shop in Coconut Mall. A 32-track marathon with no breaks. It's so generous of Nintendo. Okay, so there's the first one. At least the YouTube video is free. Ain't no way owning your physical game copy will cost $90. The top comment is, yeah, it's pretty you, huh? It's pretty me, too. They took everything we loved about Mario Kart, turned it into an entire world. So it's not... Okay, so I'd say like a third of the comments. $90. 90, you lost the plot, Nintendo. $80, that's a lot for the game. Yeah, so some people are talking about it. How's it going, Randy? From what IGN could see, the presenters of Treehouse ignored the chat entirely. Of course they ignore the chat. Nintendo doesn't look at the chat. Frick. It's money that matters most to Nintendo. The sheer volume of comments will undoubtedly have been seen by Nintendo, and the longer they all go on, the more pressure is piled on. It's money that matters most to Nintendo, though. If we see unexpected drops in sales, there's potential it could change its tune. That's it. Who wrote this? We get what we voted for. If you want to drop the price, call your Congress They're in Japan! What the Frickin' idiot! You think your frickin' governor, who's my governor? Who's the governor of California? Gavin Newsom will be like, hello, Nintendo, I need you to... You freaking idiot. Okay, anyway. This is honestly what I believe about this, about Mario Kart. Let me just find a nice little picture to here. This is what I believe about Mario Kart. And I'm going to be honest. I think $80 and $90 is actually very reasonable. Like, I think it's actually reasonable. Like, going from, like, well, when did the Switch come out? Nintendo Switch release date. 2017. So it's been close to 8 years, right? Like, $80 from $70. That's a $10 increase, right? And based on how crap the economy has gone and inflation and like the rate that inflation is going, $80 is actually, I think, is reasonable. Given that there are no microtransactions. That's the big one there. If Nintendo decides to have like DLC carts and microtransaction bonus boost in order to raise something, and like, or like some pay to win aspects, or like, oh, you can get these additional wheels that give you better off-roading capabilities for 99 cents and stuff like that, that's where I will draw the line. If freaking season passes, absolutely. If they have like freaking season passes, that's where I would draw the line. But I think if it was $80 and that's the game and you get the game. Hey, how's it going, Raph? Yeah. With the Switch itself being so expensive and the games being expensive, I just don't think most people are going to buy. I mean, fair. That's perfectly fair. I think that's perfectly fair, but that's not really a commentary on Nintendo making expensive video games. That's just a commentary of how crap the economy has gone recently. It's that's more of a commentary of like, people can't afford luxuries anymore. That's really what it is. Because based on the pricing of things, it's pretty reasonable. You know, the one thing I hate is, you know, when people when game developers say things like, "Oh, we haven't raised the prices in years." It's like, yeah, well, how come you guys are making more money than ever? Oh, right, that's because you guys have pay to win and you guys have gotcha, right? It's microtransactions now that are making them the most money. Like, I have no problem if they remove the microtransaction and then follow the curve of inflation. That's perfectly fine with me. If they remove the microtransactions, remove the pay to win, remove the freaking season passes, remove all the gotcha, and they charge $80 or $90, yeah, I think that would be reasonable, right? But the question is whether or not they can adhere to that, right? And you're absolutely right. It might be that people just can't afford the game. But it's like, I remember, you know, when people, what is it? All the game consoles were expensive for their day, or at least most of them were. And so, like, this is being $500. Well, how much was the PlayStation 5? Hold on. PlayStation 5 release price. Yeah, it was $500. How much did the Switch cost? Well, the Switch in 2017, according to this Reddit post, was $300, and it went up to $450. Wait, sorry, not PS3, PS5. Did I say PS3? For me, the Nintendo Switch 2 price is fine, but having Mario Kart World. But I think Mario Kart World should be $20 to $40. That's really low. Like, don't get me wrong. It would be great if it was that low. Wasn't the PS3 $600 on launch? Was it? It might have been. But long story short, all the consoles are expensive. Because they're luxury goods. But like Mario Kart World, like all the games. Okay. Assassin's Creed Shadows pricing. This is the Ubisoft store. Assassin's Creed Shadows is $70, but if you want to buy the deluxe edition, it's $90. But you have a microtransaction for some bonus gold that gives you $50, or you can do this premium starter pack for $40, or you can do this one for $19 or $9 or $34 or $2. Yeah. What about the whole like ultimate edition? Do they have the ultimate edition still on? No, they don't. Maybe they have it on images. Here it is. Here we go. Right, standard edition for this is Canadian. Nobody lives in Canada, but $89, then $140 to $160, and or you can do $19.99 a month. It's like these are the types of things that is constantly going on. I will say Nintendo is probably the most honest when it comes to pricing. Like, Nintendo has been one of the most honest game companies when it comes to pricing. It's like they release they release the games, and then it is the complete game. It's like, that is the complete game. It's like Nintendo rarely ever has all these additional, at least for their first party games. Mario Odyssey didn't like go over the top and say, okay, if you want to play in this area, you can buy this for the pre-order bonus and so on and so forth. You know, like they generally fix their games if they're bugs really quickly. Mario Sports. What happened in Mario Sports? Microtransactions? I'm not sure. What happened in Mario Sports, guys? Pokemon Violet. What happened in Pokemon Violet? Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, they were basically unfinished at launch. Sure. But you know, this is the crappy world of video games. Everything has day one patch now. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest, Pokemon Violet is still kind of unfinished. I'm gonna be real here. But if you want all the DLC for Train Simulator 2020, you have to pay out $10,000. Oh my freaking god! But for all the game companies out there, okay, for all the game companies out there, Nintendo has probably been the most honest. They don't put in predatory gotcha. They don't hit you with microtransaction. They don't do this whole like premium deluxe add additional currency stuff. They don't do season passes. They don't have some sort of like pay to win shop. I'm here to let you know I'd pay $150 for the next Pokemon game. Do you mean like, I don't know, like pesos or something? Have I heard of Mario Kart Tour? Yeah, but this is a mobile game. This is a freaking mobile game. Come on, let's be honest here. Okay, let's be actually honest here. Okay, like Fire Emblem Heroes sitting in the corner. Exactly, those are freaking mobile games. Okay, mobile games are like, they're like the sewage of gaming, okay? So it's like we're looking at Switch games, right? Switch versus PlayStation 5 versus, I don't even know what the Xbox is on. Xbox 720? I don't know what Xbox is. It's like, okay, and I don't mean like, you know, Kirby from the Forgotten Land had gacha, but they didn't really have gacha, right? It was all like kind of like fictitious gacha with their own currency, with the own like in-game currency. But come on, let's be honest here, okay? If I buy a Mario game for like $100, I expect it to be finished, and I expect it to be playable, and I expect that there won't be any microtransactions or any season pass or any login bonuses, right? It would be, this is the Mario game and it's done. right? Same thing with Mario Kart, right? Now the Mario Kart, the other Mario Kart did have some DLC thing, and so that's why I'm a little bit fishy about it. But as long as they can keep it free of microtransactions and stuff like that, like a DLC where you like get like 15 new tracks, that's fine, right? Because it's like a content pack. But it's like, as long as they can keep it free from pay-to-win microtransactions, I think, what is it? I think $80 is reasonable. $90 for physical. I mean, I kind of get that, to be honest. It's just because it's more expensive to create a physical copy because nobody buys physical copies anymore. So it's like the value of each physical copy goes up because they can't mass produce it as much. Long story short, it's stupid stuff. But long story short, Mario Kart 8 DLC is 100% worth the price. It has coconut malt. Absolutely. You buy physical? I mean, fair. But you know, nowadays physical isn't even the game. You buy it, it's functionally just like a key to download the game because you know that they're going to patch it at some point. So what is Pokemon Unite? I don't know what Pokemon Unite is either. Is an online game. What the frick is this? Yeah, but once again, it's a mobile game. This is a stupid mobile game for Nintendo Switch and iOS. Or wait, it's for Nintendo's. That's not a mobile game. Hold on. Platform: Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch. It's functionally a mobile game, okay? Nobody really... I doubt anyone really plays... Do people really play this on Switch? The people who play this on Switch are probably 8-year-olds. Come on. Aren't all Switch games technically mobile? Come on. Okay, let's try to have an honest conversation here, Raph. Let's not play, like, loopholes and stuff like that. You played it on Switch? We have an 8-year-old in the chat! Okay, hold on. Let me check this out. Pokemon. Yeah, I know it's like League of Legends, but Pokemon. Like, do you have to buy the characters or something? Okay, well this one's a little bit sketch, okay? This one is a little bit sketch. If you have to like buy individual characters. You know, I don't know if it's gacha. If it's gacha, then I will I might detract some of the praise, but not detract. Yeah, detract some of the praise, but I think for the most part, you basically have to buy them. I mean, it's kind of, if it's like League, how League prices their champions and stuff like that, it's like, I'll give this one a pass. It is kind of sketchy. You're right. Am I going to play the Pokemon Legends ZA coming out this year? It depends on how everything plays out, if you ask me. There's a small gacha element. Okay, I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know enough about this particular one. What is Super Kirby? What are you guys talking about? What are these games that you guys are you just making up games now? What the frick is this? Does it have gacha? Does it have gacha in it? Hey, how's it going, TGB? No, and it's free to play? Okay, then that's perfectly fine, right? What we're talking about right now is pricing, right? And the reality is, if gaming companies didn't do this whole crappy predatory microtransaction gacha season pass login bonus crap, right? I think $80, $90, even $100 would be reasonable. As long as you don't like constantly bombard us with ads, right? Because like I said, Hoyoverse gacha games, the game is the gambling machine. The rest of the game is just an advertisement for the gambling machine. That is how games are set up these days. They're set up as advertisements to play the actual game, which is microtransactions. Right, so long story short, right? Yeah, you can buy, okay, guys, look. okay, look. There is a big difference. You guys are kind of saying like, oh, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Right? We're talking about we're talking about Mario Kart. Okay, guys. We're talking about freaking Mario Kart right now, okay? You can say like, oh, we have this, we have that, we have this, and that, okay? We're talking about Mario Kart right now. So the question is, what is okay? Right? Nowadays, every single company is doing weird stuff with their pricing. But the question is, what is okay? And I get it, okay? So maybe I didn't know about these random fringe games, okay? I have never heard of Kirby Super Clash. And you can say like, oh, well, what about this fringe thing and this fringe thing? Okay, the fact that I don't know about Kirby Super Clash tells me they aren't pushing this very hard, okay? Now, maybe I can take it back. Maybe it's not Nintendo has never used microtransactions. I'll take that back. Maybe Nintendo has had some microtransactions. But we need to be honest in this conversation. We cannot just say, okay, this one random game that no one's ever heard of has microtransactions. Arcane, let them charge. I agree with that. At the same time, I do, it's reasonable to have the conversation as well. Okay. And so if you ask me, you guys who are saying, well, what about this game? What about this game? It sounds like you guys are being colored by the fact that you don't like the price. And so you're willing to use whatever you have in your arsenal to kind of prove that Nintendo is wrong. Okay, this is the reality, right? The reality is the price of games themselves is not how gaming companies make money anymore, at least not the predatory ones. Almost all the predatory companies, they make money with microtransactions. Yeah, that's so Arcane makes a great point here. The AAA studios, they want to use Nintendo's price to justify their increase in price. So you can say that I think that's very reasonable, right? So Nintendo charges $90 for their game. And then what does that mean? That means, oh, well, now Assassin's Creed, what's a word? Assassin's Creed Big Jug. That's the new Assassin's Creed that's coming out. Assassin's Creed Big Jug is now $90, but we're also going to add a store and we're going to give like in-game currency for like more microtransactions and stuff like that. Nintendo rarely does that, at least not for their major releases. Okay, Assassin's Creed Canada. Oh boy. You're right. For their major releases, right? What is it? Nintendo rarely does that, and I feel like we've been stuck on this one conversation because you guys keep saying, keep saying things like, oh, well, what about this game? What about that game? What about that game? It's like the reality is this: if we look at Mario Kart, right? $80, I think, is very reasonable for Mario Kart. If it is a finished game, a complete game, and you get the entire game and you don't have to download microtransactions for extra wheels that give you better traction off-road or something like that. Right? Assassin's Creed. God, get out. Yeah. See, okay. Now let's have a little bit more of an honest conversation. And I think, Arcane, you actually hit the nail on the head, right? It's less about Nintendo costing more, and it's more about people taking advantage of that to cost more on other things. Right? So it's like, like other AAA games, like other like slop games that are just, going to come out and create and price $90 for games that absolutely shouldn't be. Or like, we're going to get like the new Hoyoverse game. Wenless Wone 1, and it's going to be like $90 plus microtransactions. I mean, Hoyo doesn't actually charge for that, but you get the idea. Yeah, so I think the backlash is unprecedented against Nintendo. I think the backlash will be very much reasonable if companies like Ubisoft or companies like EA or companies like, you know, like the Activision groups, if those companies start charging $90, I don't know, maybe Rockstar might, and maybe Rockstar is reasonable if they don't have if they don't put microtransactions in their GTA 6 or something. But for Nintendo, for these games, I think $80-$90 is reasonable. Yeah, Ubisoft has already been worse, right? So let's not do all that BS and say, well, what about this one random game called Super Kirby Clash that no one's ever heard of, right? Yeah, but you know, let's actually watch the trailer, guys. So let's actually watch the trailer and see the actual content of the game. I've never actually watched the trailer. I just clicked around on the thing previously. I'm sorry, but does this kind of look like Cheesetopia and Blazewood? Ugh, I hate how I know that now.
Let's go.
Someone said that 24 people. I think that's really cool, by the way. If the hardware can handle it, right? Oh, I will say, however, one thing I don't agree with is how Nintendo prices for internet. It's like I don't know. Do I agree with that? Because functionally what they're doing is they're charging you for servers. Maybe I'm okay with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm okay with Nintendo charging like $15 or $20 for a month for internet, because you're not really paying for the internet. You're paying for the servers that they host. So I mean, you get the virtual console stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough. But is it predatory? That's a question. That's my question. No, I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable. Hey, Morphin. Nintendo Switch Online is reasonable? Okay, I see. I mean, I don't know. This game is worth $90. This game is worth $90. This game is 100% worth $90. This is a good game. This is a really good game. I am so impressed with the quality of this game. I got 4 Sims for that. What the frick? Everyone knows the best princess is Rosalina. Get out of here. She's 7 feet tall. We got rail grinding. Okay, cool. Do they go over all the things that are in the game? You can use the period and comma keys? Oh, okay. I didn't actually... Yo! Are we... Yo! This is Mario Kart Country Boy! Frickin' Daisy Duke frickin' short shorts. All right, let's see what they have to say about the game.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Can you hear it, guys?
Kart races are held throughout various
That's Moo Moo
regions
Meadows.
that span the globe.
Okay. I gotta say, this is a really cool idea, you know, having like different locations in the world.
Depending on the time of day,
It's a little quiet.
and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
So what would be really cool is if it was raining and then your car is a little bit more slippery. That would be cool.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's really cool. I heard people say like it was open world, but I didn't really understand what it meant. So if you can just drive on the highways and it's just like one giant world, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. Like having an so this is the thing, right? I always ask, when you add a feature to a game, does it make the game better? Does it keep the game about the same? Or does it make the game worse? And so I look at this game, and it's like, okay, well, you can just drive on the highway. And it's like, it depends on how you implement it. But, you know, one thing I would like is like, if you can just drive by places and just like explore the world, I think that would make the game better. Because we've all played like Mario Kart games where it's like, you know, Toad Factory, but we have no idea what's going on. And if you like actually hack the map and go outside of Toad Factory, like a lot of the off game like elements are a complete mess. Like some of the assets are like, you know, just everywhere. And so it's like yeah, so this I think is really cool. I just think it's cool. It's like Kirby Air Ride city mode, except the entire city is a race.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through
there are
4
options in
courses
online
a
mode that
bid
just
for
let you do the
first
typical
place.
3-lap courses themselves. I think both is great.
But
You can
don't
do
sleep
both,
at
and then you
wheel.
can also drive to
You'll
the
also
next
drive
thing.
to
Or
the next course as
Yeah.
part of the competition.
yeah, like this is now like part of the competition. That's interesting. That might get a little bit tiresome though. I think like, you know, some of the people were like, "Oh my god, this race has been going on for 15 minutes already." But then again, you know, people like COD for like 2 hours, so.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
And I will say, the game looks good. The game looks good, at least from this YouTube video. Now, we don't know how it'll look in the final product, but...
Introducing Knockout Tour.
You hope the
Race
next Zelda.
nonstop
We'll
from
talk
one
about
corner
that.
of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
So it's like, if you suck, you lose. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, if you're in last place, you lose.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
This is a good game. This is a really good game. This is a fantastic game. I love this game. This game is so good.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
Yeah, I think this is just really cool. But one thing I will say, it's not cool. If the world is just empty like this. If you're just driving around and the world is just kind of like empty, like there's nothing here, there's nothing here, this will get boring really fast, if you ask me. How's it going, Kiyama? Yeah, this will get boring fast if... Okay, well, in order for this to be successful, in order for the free roam thing to be successful, it needs to be large enough and it needs to be interesting enough. Otherwise, it's just going to be like, it's going to feel empty. Have you guys ever like just looked at assets in a video game? Like, it feels really empty without like the NPCs walking around and stuff like that.
Free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
Single player
And
Gmod,
even
yes.
take photos together at different locations.
This is a good game. This is a good game. Watch the free roam part of the treehouse. Okay, I'll do that after this. Who the frick is that? Is that a rabbit? Who the frick is that? That's not a rabbit. Never.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Nabbit.
So be on the lookout for more information
from Super Mario Bros. Wii U. Did anyone even play the Wii U at all? Okay, Mario Kart World Treehouse. Okay, like honestly, I think the Grand Prix gameplay, Nintendo Treehouse Grand Prix gameplay, Knockout Tour Treehouse, Knockout Tour Treehouse, Grand Prix here, free roam Switch gameplay.
Now that we've
who is this Bob Ross looking at? Alright, now that you know, I think the $80 pricing is overblown. I think if you ask me, like the $80 like the $80 like complaining, what do you call it? The criticism. I think the criticism is completely overblown. I think $80 is very reasonable if they can pull all this off and not have microtransactions. That's just how I see it, right? Now, I understand everyone has different, amounts of money on how they value things. And, if less people buy it, I think it's more of a commentary on how people just can't afford video games, which is reasonable. People are struggling to buy groceries right now. So, anyway, but once again, the moment you can buy these wheels that give you better off-road capability for 99 cents. The moment they have that, I will take it all back. The moment they have something like, oh, you can get like a metal frame that gives you more durability when you play heavyweights. The moment they do that, I will take it all back and I will say $80 is way too much. At least Nintendo usually doesn't do micro. Yeah, exactly. Actually, Manakyn came in late, right? So Manakyn didn't hear the discussion we had earlier. And do you know what Manakyn says? They generally don't do microtransactions. Exactly. Nintendo is not known for microtransactions. Of all the gaming companies, they are one of the least predatory. Like they are one of the least predatory gaming companies. Only behind Blizzard. No, Blizzard is awful. But like they generally are not known for being predatory or being like doing pricing stuff. So generally, the least predatory gaming company is EA. I don't believe you. So it's one of the reasons why if Nintendo is pricing at $80 or $90, I think that's okay. Now, once again, every time prices go up, it's like, look at like, the iPhone, right? Every time prices go up, the question always is, what else are they doing? That's always the question. Square Enix isn't bad form. Yeah, Square Enix isn't terrible. That's right. I agree with that. They do have like some gacha stuff, but then again, so does Nintendo. So, like at least on mobile and stuff, they generally like Nintendo hasn't really done gacha on their main consoles or anything. Isn't Genshin Impact on PlayStation? It is. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's see what Bob Ross has to say about
the new flow for Grand Prix. Let's jump into something a little different and try and relax ourselves.
Yeah.
How good indie game? I mean, well, the indie game companies generally are pretty honest, right? We're talking about the big name ones.
After that,
now we can breathe.
Yeah. All right. So one of the new components of Mario Kart World is free roam. Oh,
okay. You guys gonna show me?
Would you hit the plus button there?
Is this him playing?
Just automatically jump right into free roam, and here we are, just driving around in the world. And we can take another.
Yo, illegal U-turn! What the frick are you doing? God, like come on, we need some The Toad Squad up in here, you know, arresting Mario right now. Mario, you're gonna get a ticket for that.
Where we just were, yeah.
You could take another look at some of the courses,
which is off to our right.
Just like your daily commute.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
You could take another look at.
I'm noting there's actually a Koopa in here driving. Like, it's not well rendered, but if they have these little details, look, there's a little Shy Guy right here.
Courses,
which is off to our
That's
right.
actually kind of cute.
Yeah, so as you can see over here, this is Mario Brothers Circuit, one of the course that we started on for the Mushroom Cup. And as you can see, like, there's no, when you drive off course, Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up like he does in the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
You can drive anywhere.
Anywhere
just
at all.
Explore. Yeah.
And
Grab a snack.
Yeah,
you can go to the diner, get yourself a milkshake.
Yeah.
Go to
Not really, but you know.
Okay.
Theoretically.
And I could take a quick look at the map here, and you could see where it exists in the world and get an idea of some of the other courses.
Oh, that's really cool. So Luigi's just driving out in the desert right here, right now, or something like that? That's actually really kind of cool. Yeah, Lakitu's out of a job, man.
And we could see over here is Crown City and DK Spaceport. We'll stay at Mario Brothers Circuit for a little bit and explore a little bit more.
Because you could drive there too if you want.
Yeah. And here you can get a little bit more.
That's actually really cool. If the different racetracks are in different parts of the world, and you can just drive there and explore the world. If they need to at least try to make the world interesting. Let's be real here. The open world thing will be awesome for like 2 weeks, and then nobody will be talking about it afterwards, right? Because it's not like you're going on an adventure. You're not going to go into a dungeon and collect treasure or something like that. It's just driving around. It's like, okay, look. Do you know where the open world is? Literally in our universe, right? But I never really stop and just randomly get out of my car to look around at the random park that I pass on my daily commute. So it's like, the open world will be awesome for like a couple weeks. And then it may be more fun with friends. You're absolutely right? Because I have no friend. No. But yeah, but it's like, I think the open world thing will be like a nice little novelty, but I don't think it'll really do much. It's not like, what is it? I'm not sure. You guys remember Kirby Air Ride? Like, some of you guys might be a little bit too young for Kirby Air Ride, but I remember Kirby Air Ride. There was something called City Mode. And in City Mode was actually a full-on game. Like, you would drive around City Mode, you would look for events so you could power up your car, and then at the very end of City Mode, there was a race, and then you would take your star that you powered up, and then you actually use it to the race. So like, City Mode was like actually like a precursor to like a competition. So it's like, so to that extent, you actually had a reason to explore the city. It's like, if the reason to explore the city is nothing other than just exploring, it'll be interesting for like a month at most. But yeah, they had the chat button for people playing in the lobby doing some free roam. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look that up at some point. Hey, how's it going, Felix?
On the course if you wanted to, but there's a lot more to discover in free roam mode.
City trials. Thank you,
Ralph.
Yeah, let's
see what we
check
can
it
find.
out.
There are other races around here.
Hi, friend. There's the Toad driving the car.
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa driving the other car.
There are so many details.
It's like, don't get me wrong, this is cool, but I see this freeway exit every single day. I don't want to have a daily commute in my video game. It's cool, but it's also like, yeah, it's okay.
In this world that you can start to get an idea of when you no longer have the pressure of racing behind you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like there's sections up here.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's a nice little addition.
Earlier on Mario Brothers Circuit,
you don't want to green-shell the cars on my
rails
daily
up in the top
commute.
that I didn't know existed.
So you can basically
my
create
God.
a strategy while you're here for when you're in the race.
Gotta work your shift at Toad's factory. You're gonna get replaced by AI, man.
Vehicle kind of transforms into
Or what's the AI in
really
I
Mario?
love all the signage everywhere.
Yeah.
What are the robots in Mario?
There's a lot of like branding and stuff in the world. You see, you've got all of these ads
Red
on the side of the world. Yeah.
Luigi tires.
Okay, well let's go over to Crown City for a moment. And take a look at and you get another perspective. There is a day and night cycle
As we see
when
here.
you're in the world, and there are weather systems too. That
Yeah,
can
the
affect way
gold
things
gold
look.
mine
Oh,
carts
with
in
this
Wario
Shy Guy
gold
fast,
mine.
I
Yeah,
could drive.
yeah. Though that was
Get a little
fun.
bit off
Yeah,
course
so
here
this
you
is
can
for like
get an
I
idea
totally
of
get that.
what it's like to drive around in the world.
I do
Of course,
appreciate
there's-
this.
You can get an idea.
The fact that
of
it's not just
what it's
empty, it's like, there's just random people walking around and stuff like that. If this was LA, there would be no one walking around because you get
like
mugged.
to drive around in the
Oh,
world.
there's a Yoshi.
I know.
And you can
don't run
even-
him over.
You can also even stop and hang out.
Yeah.
Like you can, yeah. You say hi.
Oh,
to
you can get out of your
Hello.
car?
Hi, Red Yoshi.
Looks great.
All right. Well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find a jump real quick so I can get a cool pose.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump into photo mode.
Nice.
Here
Oh,
we
right
go.
here? Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Just a moment.
Wait, what is it?
Well,
Is
and
this
then we'll
supposed to be like
so what I'm gonna
a...
do is
Is this supposed to be like... Oh, this is a mall.
I'm gonna try and find.
I feel
a
like this
jump real
mall
quick
is a
so I
little
can get
bit
cool
unsafe.
Yeah.
pose. And then we'll jump into photo mode.
People have the urge.
Here.
Oh, right
I
here?
mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
run over the biker, you get 10
All
points.
right. So let's
Look at that.
take a look at photo mode.
Excellent.
Adorable.
All right, and we'll I think we're gonna end things there for this segment.
Yes.
I think that's
great.
cool. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I think the backlash is a bit overblown. I think $80 is very reasonable. Yeah, and that's all I have to say on that. Really, like I think people are so. Okay, here's the reality. I think people are so annoyed with gaming in general that they're kind of anything that goes slightly wrong, they're willing to complain about. But the reality, I think Nintendo generally doesn't disappoint, at least in terms of like their major franchises. Now, maybe the exception is Pokemon, but but they generally don't disappoint in their major franchises. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I almost had to give a Pokemon. Well, then again, Pokemon is also Game Freak, so in theory, it's not exactly their first party stuff. I don't know how you would but is Game Freak is also owned by Pokemon or owned by Nintendo, right? Let me make sure of that. Japanese design. No, they're not. It's a second party, sure. Yeah, they have Pokemon, but yeah, it looks like they mostly do Pokemon stuff. But they also do Little Town Hero. So yeah. That's how I feel about that. You think GameCube Pokemon games will connect to home? GameCube Pokemon games. The only Pokemon game I can think of isn't that Pokemon Coliseum? Or Pokemon... I think it's just Pokemon Coliseum, right? Yeah, I doubt it, man. I doubt the GameCube games will have internet connectivity. But look at Mario here. So yeah, I think I think this game is reasonable. Gale of Darkness. Oh boy. Wait. Gale of Darkness. Are you guys saying haha Gale of Darkness? Or is it actually called XD Gale of Darkness? It's actually called XD Gale of Darkness. Because I'm seeing people put the XD who don't generally it's so weird. It's actually XD. Like whatever I see, it looks like you guys are just laughing. Oh my god. Okay. That was like in 2004. I didn't play that many GameCube games, to be honest. The only game I ever played was the games I played were Wind Waker, which I hated. Kirby's Air Ride, Mario Party 6, which was frickin' bomb. Sunshine, and right, I played frickin' Sonic Heroes. Wind Waker and Dweepy Tweepy? I don't know what Tweepy is. On Switch will be great. It will be awful. I will hate it. Oh, Twilight Princess. Wait, will they have Twilight Princess? Because Twilight Princess transitioned from the GameCube to the Wii. Melee fans are probably happy. No, Melee fans will complain. Because when wave dashing doesn't work the way they want it to, they'll be like, what the frick? This isn't a real port. No, we have to go back to our CRT televisions. Ugh. Anyway, so yeah, that's Mario. Now, let's go back to Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Let's go back to the Nintendo Switch Direct and see what other games.
Super excited from our
Perhaps you truly have.
Zonai.
Zelda Dynasty Warriors, guys. Should we check that one out? Silk Song. Silk Song. I was never super into Dusk Blood. You mean Bloodborne 2? I was never that into Hollow Knight, to be honest. I was never a big fan of Metroidvania games. We'll do Silk Song and then we'll do Zelda Dynasty Warriors. Legally distinct Bloodborne 2. Oh, we get to play as my girl? Oh, freaking hell yeah! I will say I've never been too big on these types of games. For me, it's just too much exploring. Big bug. Hollow Knight was your gateway drug to indie games? What is that supposed to be? A silverfish? Ew. People are just mad they didn't pay attention to the trailer. Don't get me wrong, I played, what is it, Fire Emblem Dynasty Warriors, so... Or, I guess Fire Emblem Three Houses Dynasty Warriors Alternative Edition. So... You like to imagine this is how bugs actually live? I mean, to be fair, this isn't exactly... It is pretty intense to be a bug. Like, literally everywhere you turn, someone's trying to eat you. I mean, it looks interesting. We'll see how good it is. I mean, obviously, it's going to sell millions of copies because everyone loves Hollow Knight. To be honest, I never really got why Hollow Knight was super popular. But, I mean, I think it was a good game. But it's like... The fact that it's like everyone loves it is kind of shocking to me. But I think it looks like a good game. Like, that's all I really have to say about it. Anyway. Age of Calamity Zelda New. Here, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's Koei Tecmo? Huh. There's a studio called AAA Game Studio. Wait, it's so hard to find. Koei Tecmo did all of the Hyrule Warriors games. I never actually paid attention. Because I never really played those games. I guess I played the what is it, Fire Emblem Warriors games, but I didn't actually pay attention to that, so I didn't realize they were Koei Tecmo. A game studio. AAA game studio. All right, what if I do this? AAA game studio. I can't find it because when I look for AAA game studio, it just gives me the AAA game studio. That's hilarious.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led...
Hold on. 3 houses. Who developed this one? Developers, Intelligent Systems, and Koei Tecmo. You know, I just don't actually pay attention, apparently. Because apparently 3 Houses was also developed by Koei Tecmo. Oops.
led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
Shows how much I know.
But in time, a terrible evil arose.
You'll say the Hong Kong fandom isn't nearly as bad as 2017 fandom. Don't look up Hornet fan. What? Okay.
A war was fought to vanquish this evil. One which future generations would call
the Utah fandom.
The imprisoning war.
Perhaps.
I still cannot believe they added furries. They added like canon furries, not fish people, actual furries.
You truly
not featheries, furries.
I've traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
How many gobos are on the screen right now? Look at this. Look at how many gobos are on the screen right now. Look at all these little goblins on the screen right now. Look at how many of them there are. If this game runs at more than 10 frames per second, I will be impressed. Oh, it's my robot girl. I will say the one advantage that this game has is that the graphics aren't like super high tech, which is something that Nintendo, you know, generally tries to avoid. They don't like Nintendo, thanks to their cartoony graphics, like they never have to worry about graphical issues. Oh, was that it? Was that it? That was short. That was it? Oh, I was expecting gameplay and stuff. Oh. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like a bad game. Like, don't get me wrong. It looks okay. Yeah. But, I mean, I think everyone's hyped for Mario Kart, really. This is kind of like a spin-off game, so that was gameplay. Okay, this is like 3 seconds of gameplay. That's a cutscene. Alright, this is like kind of gameplay. This is an attack animation. And this is also an attack animation. This is not gameplay. I mean, I enjoyed Fire Emblem 3, Hopes, Warriors, Dynasty Warrior. Shez is hanging out with Byleth, but it's whatever. Okay, what are we talking about next? There's a new Donkey Kong. They have had furries since the Sword game. Okay, shut up. Shut up. I just, I don't want to remember the furries, okay? Okay, freaking, oh, God. Shut up. Just let me pretend like furries don't exist, okay? Just let me have this. Donkey Kong 2. Who the frick is that's not Donkey Kong? Link turns into an anthropomorphic. Stop. Stop. Ignat's Isle. They do need another Donkey Kong Country. Alright. Hey, there he is! Holy frick, he looks different. My boy got thick. Wait, it's open, not open world. It's a like 3D platformer. Interesting. And he has pants? No! Wait, can he just like break through the rocks? Just like everything is just like you bust through the terrain. Hey, look, we got a little bit of Donkey Kong Country. They made him dumb. I mean, he was already dumb. They just made him dumber. Banana. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this game looks really nice. You guys know I like platformers. Am I a furry? Am I a furry? I mean, excuse me, what? Oh wait, that actually looks kind of fun. That actually looks kind of fun. It looks like a fun game. I'm actually interested in this one. Let me look at this one up.
Welcome back to
Oh,
Nintendo
banana.
Treehouse Live with Nintendo Switch 2.
The terrain too, and use that to cause more havoc. So
Yeah,
the possibilities are endless here.
yeah, and you can pretty much just rip a chunk off of everything, as I've just done here. So once you have a chunk, you can play around to your heart's content.
Right, so here in this segment, we're really going to be looking at some of the first...
So this is kind of cool. The question is, if this is like the crux of the game and all you're doing is pulling rocks out and throwing them, that's going to get really bad really fast.
First areas that you see in the game, and to kind of set up
The furry alligator. Get
where
out,
we are and what
Keoma.
we're doing here. Some rumors have started to spread of this material sprouting up on this island, Ingot Isle.
Ignat's
and
Isle?
It's called Banandium. And it forms as this gold, but also in these banandium gems.
Oh,
that you can see
banana!
here that are shaped like bananas,
And apparently pretty tasty.
it must also be delicious because DK loves to eat it.
That's one of my other favorite things. We're getting a little...
Okay, so this is, I think, what Nintendo does really well. It's just silliness. Like, Nintendo does silly things really well. Like, just like little things that just make you kind of like smile. Like, I think this is like their bread and butter.
a little bit more info about
Oh,
bananas
banana.
here, and a little more about Banandium Gold. Don't mix them up. Do not mix up gold and Banandium Gold. One is edible, the other's not.
So we're talking to this Prospector Monkey over here is kind of giving us a quick explanation of what we're doing here.
I mean, the redesign. Someone said it looks like DK got lobotomized. Yeah. The redesign's gonna take a little getting used to. I'm so used to the the old DK with Diddy Kong and so on. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. But I mean, it's all the stupidness of Donkey Kong anyway. Like these games have always been kind of silly. So if they can pull it off without making it feel too sluggish, if they can keep it at the pace of Mario Odyssey, because they did Mario Odyssey great. If they can keep it at the pace of Mario Odyssey, I think it's going to be a really good game. He has since distanced himself from Diddy. No, Diddy, no.
That was pretty tasty.
High five, bud.
Diddy went to
yeah,
college.
We're in an open area here. I want to show off a couple more of his moves. DK's got a roll. Roll is back. You can also do a roll and a jump.
Nice.
Those moves are back. You can also spin, which I like.
The younger Kong
with his little headlamp,
With his
on there.
headlamp, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a disco party.
P. Diddy Kong.
Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show off really quick is how the chunks interact with each other. Sam, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah. So he's just torn a chunk out of the ground there, but as you can see, it's sort of this soft material. And
His
if you
face.
go into your throwing stance there, you can see that as you start to target different things, it not only tells you what that material is, but how strong it is, and gives you a little bit of its properties. So if you want to throw that there, you can see that what you picked up is this muddy soft chunk, right? So it sort of sticks
right
to the wall. Yeah. And if you
That's
go and
actually
pick up
really
something
cool.
A little harder.
That's actually really cool. As someone who is kind of likes to look for the sciencey realism of the games, that's kind
so
of
if
fun.
you grab a chunk out of the wall there, so now you've got something tough.
Oh. Hit that
You
sign
can
there.
destroy elements
Yeah, let me
of
try
the
that again.
terrain
Hang
as
on.
well
Take
with
two.
your
So
dirty
yeah,
terrain.
So yeah, now you can actually break apart the
Yeah,
wall
this is
when
actually
you
this is
throw
cool.
that stuff.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, and one
It is
other
really
thing
cool.
about Vanadium Gold I like a lot is it's actually brimming with energy. You know, it's enough to power DK, certainly.
Yeah, look at the little sparks coming off of
But
it.
when you
All
throw
right, let's see
a
what
chunk,
happens.
it's highly
Yeah,
explosive.
stay away.
Very fun to play with in
Yeah.
a controlled setting.
You know what? Since I've already kind of made a dent in this wall, I actually want to show off how many cool hidden things there are.
Oh,
there's
wow.
this little hidden alcove back here. You would never know it's back here. It's just a surprise to find by destroying the environment around you.
I will say, if they make if they put this game behind 100%, you have to find all these little caves. That's going to get annoying.
This stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the chill out room for a second.
If it's you find this cave and then you have additional 100 coins, that's cool. It's a nice little reward.
And you just saw BK
Monkeys, not
slapping
like
the
us.
ground. That's the hand
Yeah,
slap
not like
move.
me when I see an attractive
it
woman
kind of
or anything.
allows you to pick up a lot of the dropped collectibles that are around you at once, so you don't have to run around collecting them individually, which is really nice. Because as you can see, there's lots of gold and stuff hiding in the walls that you can...
Yeah. We're picking up tiny chunks of vanadium gold. We're picking up vanadium chips.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but
All right, let's see them go somewhere
around
else.
you.
Right.
Oh, hang on, bud.
What was that?
But I can speed up the Y button here and use this to zip around some of these areas a little faster.
And it's worth noting that the strength of the terrain...
I
that
will
you
say the
use
game
to
looks a bit empty.
deter the
The game looks a bit empty. So if I compare this to something like what was it? The Donkey Kong Town or whatever the place is in Donkey Kong City in Super Mario Odyssey. That game was had a whole bunch of stuff. This one kind of looks empty. So it's I'm hoping that they can pull this off because New Donk City, that's it. I'm hoping they could pull this off. Because, first of all, it looks real the areas we're looking at are caves, which are kind of dark. It's you don't want to look at this for too long. I would like to see bright cities and deserts and stuff like that. The odd rock.
Rock is coming with you whether you like it or not.
Yeah. DK.
There are bright areas, but how many, right? If 90% of the game you're just in this cave and all the caves look the same, then it's
And now that thing is out of the way, the avoided terrain
So we'll
is
have to
finally
see.
taken care of. So
So we can ride in the barrel.
Get to the
Yeah.
barrel cannon.
that's just one example of how you and Odd Rock are going to be working together.
Yeah, but if this is functionally Donkey Kong Odyssey, and Mario Odyssey did great, and this would be great.
This game to make progress as a team.
Look at it running along.
They're a
on
pretty good team together, yeah. Yeah, so we still need to check on that Boomtown though. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
make sure
go up.
everybody else is okay. See if those.
Do you think Diddy is still with Dixie
the
after the
miners are all
allegations?
check out Baboom Town.
Uh,
There's a lot of stuff here to do. There's a lot of fun stuff waiting for us up here. So, of course, I think that's where we're going to end our segment.
Yeah, but I think this is cool. I think this is really cool. Yeah. I think this is probably one of the better games I've seen so far. All of like 5 of them I've seen. These are the types of games that Nintendo does really well. They always do these types of games really well. Like, and so like I don't just say that because like these are the types of games I'm interested in, but it's like these are the types of games that they usually succeed at. Yeah. For context, Diddy Kong got his name from the British slang word diddy, meaning small. Oh boy. At least they're not asking Diddy Kong to check on the other miners. Man, poor Diddy, man. It's not his fault he was named Diddy. New Air Ride? Okay, let's check out Air Ride. Kirby Air Ride. Kirby Air Riders. Ooh. Honestly, I kind of wonder how successful Kirby Air Ride is going to be. Because we have Mario Kart, right? So it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun for Kirby Air Ride for a racing game with Kirby, but I have a sneaking suspicion that nobody will pay attention to it. And let's be real here. Kirby's Air Ride is a lot harder to play. Woo! Oh, he's got boosters. I'm going to be honest, with Mario Kart being so successful, I can't imagine Kirby's Air Ride ever being... Oh! He's got the little pink thingy-majiggy! Wait, that's all we get? That was the trailer? That was it? That was it? Oh. Okay. It was a teaser. It was not a teaser. It was like a full-blown trailer, but it's like over a minute of Kirby falling. Come on, guys. Bile. Consider myself teased. Ah, they are teasing me, baby. Here, Nintendo Direct. Kirby's Air Riders is a bigger deal than you think. I mean, I loved Kirby's Air Ride. I just can't imagine it'll be successful, right? Because racing games, one thing that they actually need, I don't see the Nintendo Direct. One thing that these racing games actually need is they need players to play against. And I can't imagine that they will have that many players. The whole point was to say that what Sakurai was working on. I mean, sure, fair enough. I love Kirby's Air Ride. I just can't imagine this game selling too well. That's just my honest opinion. Don't get me wrong, I want it to succeed. I just don't think it will. Anyway, what else? Rune Factor? The new Rune Factory. Mario Kart is going to hurt. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Like, I don't think the new generation of gamers grew up actually caring about Air Ride. So it's like the nostalgia players, I don't think they're going to buy it. And the new players, I don't think they'd be interested. So it's like, it's one of those things that kind of just makes me like, I want it to succeed, but I just don't think it will. Yeah. Oh God. This frame rate. Look at this frame rate. This is the YouTube video. Maybe you guys can't see it. It's so choppy. What the frick, guys? Oh, this is the one from the Switch. Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year,
Oh, this looks a
will
little
not
bit better.
only receive a Nintendo Switch.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. Okay, what else? Chat. Game chat. Switch 2. It's not bad, I swear. Pokemon has never had FPS drops. Alone. Even the trailers mock me now.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
Together. So it's Discord. So it's Discord. It's Discord for the Switch.
That was me. That was you? I think. So quick. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, shoot, I'm tiny now.
Wait, no.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, right? I can totally see young kids saying like, oh, I can talk to my friends and stuff like that. But for the people who are older, they've already figured it out. They're just chatting on Discord while they're playing the game. And for the people, and for, you know, for the young kids, you know, like, you know what I've always wanted? I've always wanted to play Mario Kart while being cussed out by a 6-year-old. That's what I've always wanted. Exactly. See, Balroth understands. Balroth totally gets it. I suspect you can only chat with your friends. But let's be real here. Do you know how many random friend requests I've gotten when, I mean, to be fair, I put my friend code out there when I was playing the Switch games. So yeah. But I mean, let's be real here. There's still, we're still going to like have a, I mean, it's probably going to be just like between like friend connections and stuff like that. You can't wait for like, yeah, I can't wait to be called all sorts of slurs in game chat.
Oh, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo.
Don't get me wrong, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool for young kids, but I ask, does this actually make the game better? And for me, it's like, do you know what they should have done? Do you know what Nintendo should have done? I think they should have just partnered with Discord and did like Discord integration in the Nintendo Switch. I think that would be so much easier.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
I love, by the way, I also love how like at this point Nintendo just assumes that Bowser and Mario are bros.
Go.
Okay.
Off for an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized
VoIP
by a
usually
microphone
has
built
really
into
good
the
eye
system.
impact on games.
But you're still behind me, right?
Yes to an extent, but you know, there's so many different ways to do that. My question is, does this actually help Nintendo like make the game more interesting, make the game more fun? Or are people going to try it, say this is crap, and then go back to Discord? So,
All right, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly. Even
that's
from
true.
a
They can
distance.
sell it.
let's jump on here. All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I work on this type of technology, this type of noise canceling technology. We'll see about that.
Okay.
Because sometimes it
does
works.
look beautiful.
Sometimes it doesn't.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode
Press
too,
X to doubt. I think it will work reasonably well. The question is how well.
letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job. Good job. There we go. There we go.
you can
Man, look at that frame rate.
also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
Well, I want to do it too.
Man, look at that frame rate, baby. It'll be a paid feature, but free until the end of March. If it's paid, this feature is not I don't think this is going to take off. The game chat, I don't think is going to take off. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. I think it's cool. But it's like, the question is, what is the point? It's like they're way too late to the party on this.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Okay. You can
The frame rate's going to be really, yeah.
chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
This also, I think, is kind of cool. But I'm going to be honest here. When I'm playing my single-player game and chatting with friends, I'm not paying attention to anything that they're actually saying. Don't get me wrong. I encourage Nintendo to try these types of features. And who knows? I might be wrong. Maybe this game will be like super, super successful. This type of thing, it could be super successful. But we know that I question it. Let's just say.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star.
That's so cute. So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
Wait, there's going to be a Pikmin game? Oh.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
If I could yap to Raincoat, maybe.
Where'd you go?
Or
Man.
expand another friend's game screen.
Damn! Look at that resolution! Oh, baby!
That, wall that's to your left.
You're almost there,
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do
Woo!
a
Now we're gay.
little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have.
At least they're honest. You know, fair enough. At least they're honest with the feature. Like I said,
Ooh,
Nintendo's
okay.
usually pretty honest.
Let's take a picture
More
here.
frames than
Okay, ready?
Scarlet and Violet.
Smile.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your.
But the thing is, the reason why I say this is internet should be way faster than this. I mean, maybe like some kid is still running on like 500 kilobits per second, but it's like the internet should easily be able to handle this. Like the internet quality we have now should be easily be able to handle this. Functionally, they're just transferring video at like what, like 240p when they're at the bottom.
Pose mix.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Like, yeah, this is functionally like 240p. It's like you should be able to transfer this easily.
Oh, dang. Oh, really?
Cool.
Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah?
Okay.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Because we know that when there's a camera, there are going to be a bunch of 8-year-olds using that camera for less than savory reasons. The hardware will be stressed on the game. That's a good point. That's actually a good point.
By connecting this camera to the system.
Hey!
It's not going to be a face.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo, Nick. Hi, how's everyone doing?
Like, no, but like, don't get me wrong. I think this is kind of cool. Like, I mean, this is what most streams look like. I'm one of the few people who actually puts my camera to the side, but like, this is functionally what streams generally look like. It's like a person down here with the green screen and then this type of thing. It's like, it's like this is cool, but I feel like this could have been implemented a whole lot better than, you know, the 5 frames per second thing. Like, if they could do this up to like a 60 frame per second thing and just watch your friends play, I think that's awesome. But
good.
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
yeah, it's cool. Exactly. It's cool, but no one's going to use it. I think it's really cool. If you ask me, this feature is actually really cool because you can see your friends play a game like an actual stream. Like they're streamers, and except like, you know, you're just watching your friend play. But also at the same time, if it's one, you have to pay for it when Discord is free. It's like,
What's your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
You know what's the interesting thing, by the way? I find it interesting. They're chatting while they're playing games. It's like, unless I'm playing like a multiplayer game, how would you chat? I generally don't chat while I'm playing games. It's like, I like how they're promoting social interaction by playing 4 different single player games. That's like the world we live in now. It's like, interact with your friends by ignoring them and playing a game by yourself. It's like, for me, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, or maybe I'm just old. Old man! Maybe I'm just an old man. But for me, my social interaction would usually be I'm chatting with people. Like, I'm talking with people, like, you know, out at dinner or something. I wouldn't, you know, play a single player. If I was playing League of Legends, maybe I'd chat about stuff. But, like, because we were talking about, like, oh, he's going to gank. But it's like, but for this type of thing, it's like, it's very interesting how they're like, oh, check out all this social fun interaction you can do by playing 4 single player games. Oh, and by the way, you just all so happen to be logging on at the exact same time, and you guys are scheduled to hang out. It's like, no, that doesn't happen.
I'm way behind, guys.
There you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games
Nintendo
with user
enlisted
camera
the
feeds
Rizzler.
like this.
Oh.
Like, this is a cool idea. I think this is a cool idea. I don't think it's going to be used. It's a cool idea. It's like, this is what I want, right? I kind of want this to succeed, because if this succeeds, the applications for it moving forward there could be a lot of applications. But as it is now, I don't think I see, like, I don't think it's at the extent where it will actually be used. Because I feel like, yeah, putting your face in there, it's like, oh, that's me, haha, it's fun, but I don't know. I feel like I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I don't think anyone's going to use it. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those features where it's really, really cool. Anyway.
Hey.
No, wait. Go left, go left. Left,
I'll
left.
let you fix
Go a little
it.
more this way.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and
With more adults playing game, it'd be a nice feature for a family. I do agree with that. At the same time, you know, it's like, it could be nice if your, like, older brother is in college hanging out with lil bro. Sure, maybe.
hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
I love suddenly they switched to all Japanese people. Wow, look at this fun
Play
diversity.
together, or
Look at the Japanese. Oh, this is great. I love it. I love it.
Compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or
Oops, no more DEI.
hold a sports competition between families.
I mean, this is cool, right? I think this is cool, but why are the families located in two different locations? Right? Why is it that these two are over here playing one and these two are over here playing another? Like, do they have to go to the other room in order to play? Maybe two different families.
All together, anytime, anywhere.
Door.
Game chats.
Oh, look at the accessory, the camera accessory. Yeah, you know, if there was a divorce, I don't think they'd be this happy playing Nintendo Switch sports. But I think this is a really cool feature. I want it to succeed. I don't think it will. That's just how I see it. I actually really want this feature to succeed because I think there are a lot of interesting applications that you can do with your camera, like a camera and then like voice chat and stuff like that. So for example, like one cool thing I've always wanted were like those distance games where it's like, okay, you're working with your friend, but like the further you go, the more distant they sound. Those types of games, that could be very, like, right now it's implemented like a chat, right? It's like, oh, we're just chatting. If they actually implemented games with this technology, I think it'd be interesting. Yeah, like prox chat. Like games with prox chat, or like games where like, you know, you have filters on them, like games where like the voice is actually implemented in a way that is like, it's not just chat, it's like actually part of the game. It's called game chat, not game. Okay, get out. But you know what I mean, right? Game chat is the precursor to game chat game. Right? That's what it is, right? If this is successful, because it looks like they've implemented it in a way where at least, you know, the facial camera interacts with the game. So it seems to me that at least in their first party stuff, they have some way to interact with the game chat. The game itself is designed to interact with the game chat. So would we be able to actually use this in Nintendo games themselves? That would be interesting, I think. This is almost a return to a me. It's a more realistic me. Yeah, but that's my thoughts on it. Those are my thoughts on this. I really like the feature, to be honest, right? I really think it's a cool feature. Any like little technology that like, you know, can kind of just has some sort of like anything that's just like has like a basic functionality, I think is cool. But I don't think people are going to use it very much. Well, Tomodachi Life is coming. Tomodachi Life is coming. That is true. The Xbox Connect. Oh man, good times. Good times. Yeah, I don't think this one will succeed. I mean, I think it'll be okay. Ooh, parental controls. As you guys all know, I am the most hardworking and responsible parent, and you guys are all my kids. I want to see this.
It's good to play games. But parents sometimes wonder, is my child playing too much?
He's totally playing Xenoblade 2. And he's definitely at the part where he meets Pyra.
And what kind of games is my child playing? That's why Nintendo created an app to help monitor your child's game.
Yeah, they've uploaded this so many times. Is it the same video? I think it's the same video, right?
Which games? A little.
Yeah, I think this is the same video. He's at the sleeping scene with Mithra. Yeah. Same video, different games shown. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay then. Yeah, I think we've gone through most of them. How's it going, Slippery? Yeah, as you guys know, I don't really pay attention to video games anymore, so I'm kind of talking at a kind of like an outsider perspective. Like you guys saw, I didn't even realize that Koei Tecmo did 3 houses. He's at the Love Hotel. Oh, Tsumugi is sucking his fingers. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the Nintendo Switch. Tomodachi Life 2. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Switch 2. All right, looks like Switch 1, but it'll probably be out on Switch 2 as well.
I'm a buckle. Tornado saw Hanji Flossman yesterday.
I've never seen Tomodachi Life. Oh my god. This lady. Oh my. It's the nose. It's the nose.
How refreshing.
What the frick? What the frick is this? I've never played Tomodachi Life. What is this?
Tomodachi Life, living the dream.
Wow, they sounded so excited for the new game. Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I take it back. This is a good game.
Did you want to talk?
This feels like Japanese work culture as a supposedly relaxing game.
Glad that was only a dream.
Oh, never mind. It was only a dream. Bad game. Yeah. So that was that. I have no idea what that was. What the frick was that? Yeah. That was a game. That was a game. I'm debating about whether or not I want to chat with you guys about some controversies that are going on in voiceover right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get yourself. Let's do Metroid first. Do you know classic weird? Do you know what game went really, really, really hard? Katamari. Katamari went so freaking hard. Do you guys remember Katamari? Reroll. What is this? This game went so hard. So when you guys say Nintendo weirdness, this is what I think of. What is with my YouTube shorts? Wait, my YouTube shorts? What about my YouTube shorts? I don't know. Get off my screen. Anyway. VA drama sounds draining. It is very draining.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
I've never been a huge fan of Metroid games. So I don't know, maybe this isn't for me. But
she's not alone though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
I did like, what is it, Metroid Dread. It was a Metroidvania, but a multiplayer first-person shooter Metroid game. That's just Halo.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Because they're good gameplay features. Yeah, of course. Madama di Shakaran. 2D is greater than 3D.
And what?
I know some people think that. I've never really had an opinion on Metroid, to be honest.
To Vuros, the threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
I do always like the little fleshy bits that you can shoot at, though. What, are they speaking Hebrew or? Happy Hanukkah. Yes. Turns out aliens speak Hebrew, guys. Ooh, red Samus. Yeah. Let me see. Do they have did they have a treehouse for Dusk Broods? Probably not. Bloods. Dusk Bloods, not Dusk Broods. Treehouse. I doubt they did. Yeah, no, they didn't. For the record, Metroid Prime Hunters was multiplayer. Ah, I see. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's Nintendo. I think the pricing thing is a little bit I think the complaining about pricing is a little bit overblown. I don't think it's that necessary to be that you know, people are complaining about $80 or $90. I will say we definitely know that the other developers are going to see that and use it as a justification to jack up their own prices, and along with the microtransactions and stuff, and that'll be awful. But as long as Nintendo continues to shy away from too many microtransactions, like maybe like a DLC pack, that's perfectly fine. That's kind of a microtransaction, but we all know that's not really a microtransaction. Yeah. Let's talk about controversy, guys, since we're doing a chatting thing. And as you noticed, there was Paimon on the let's see here. Disney cancels live action Tangled. Am I seriously about to watch a Hero Hey video on my channel? Am I about to watch a Hero Hey video on my channel? Here's the thing, guys. I'm not a huge fan of Hero Hey. I don't like the way he kind of presents. Like his like he kind of has this like, well, today I did da 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 da. It's like he kind of like speaks in kind of an arrogant tone, but I think often he represents the people. Like he represents the layman, the common man. So, you know, a lot of voice actors, they don't like him because he says crap about them. But I think I think I'm about to watch a Hero Hey video on my YouTube channel. Oh boy. This is the one I saw. Yeah, I saw one or two of these videos. Is it this one or is it that one? Or is it this one? Or is it this one? Or is it this one? It might be this one.
I hope you guys are having a great week.
Can I eat Paimon? So like when he talks, he has all these like arrogant little cartoons or something. Manakyn canceled party, apparently. Like I need to, I just want to update you guys on what's going on because you guys might not know this. So I've talked about it a few times. The voice actors, at least video game voice actors, are on strike. And I've said this a few times. You guys probably have heard me say this a few times. I think the strike was a mistake. I think there's no chance that they're going to win. There's no chance that they're going to get what they want. And then I saw these videos. And so I wanted to show you guys this. And I also don't like the fact that he just has random gameplay in the middle of his videos, but it's okay.
Week, and thank you for tuning in. So a few weeks ago,
You're welcome. You know, maybe he's polite, okay? He thanked me for tuning in.
I hope you guys are having a great week, and thank you for tuning in. So
you're welcome, Hero Hey.
A few weeks ago, you may have seen a video I made talking about English voice actors, specifically SAG-AFTRA union members, and how we can see across the internet that public perception has been shifting against those union voice actors more and more.
Okay. So let's talk about I heard this one VA deactivated their Twitter. Let's talk about SAG-AFTRA. Okay, so SAG-AFTRA, or sometimes known as SAG, is the union that a lot of... I'm going to have some music in the background. SAG-AFTRA is the union of voiceover, or just all acting in general. And this is how SAG-AFTRA works. When you're part of a union, you have to follow certain rules by the union, right? So, for example, if you look at a union of like auto workers, because that's the classic example, the United Auto Workers, right? You follow the rules of the United Auto Workers, and in the process, am I a union or an intersect? God damn it. Math jokes, everyone. Okay, how SAG-AFTRA works is that they negotiate on behalf of the actors, and as a result, in order to ensure that the union has some level of power, the people who are part of the union, they say, we will only work jobs that have been approved by the union. That way, people that haven't been approved by the union, we don't work them, and that will pressure them to join it, to negotiate with the union, so that the union, and then once they've negotiated with the union, they can, then the union actors are willing to join, right? Now, who's getting... Okay, now, as the... As you guys know, there's a strike going on right now, and in a strike, you know, union actors are required to not work, right? And there's several reasons why people are striking. The main one that's being publicized is that the unions are striking because of AI protection. Like, they don't want their voices to be turned into AI, right? That's the very basic... That's the very basic premise behind the strike. But as we know, whenever there's a strike, there's like 20 different things that people are negotiating. Like, so it's not just AI stuff. It's also this, it's also that, and also this, right? So the part of the major drama right now is that the voice actors are saying, we're striking because we want to have protections against AI, and the YouTubers, or maybe like you could say like the outsiders, who are saying, yeah, maybe you want protection against AI, but there's another 19 different things that you're negotiating, and one of them seems to be like a power grab, which is, by the way, always true. Unions are always power grabbing. It's like, this is one of the reasons why people can become very anti-union, because if a union becomes strong enough, it becomes a tyranny. And so this is one of the reasons why people end up being anti-union. So long story short, let's continue to just give you a very quick and brief understanding of the situation.
Many people criticizing the actions of SAG-AFTRA and their members. Interestingly enough, I actually had two different union voice actors come to the comment section of that video angry with the video. But to one VA's credit, she actually deleted her comment after only a few hours of posting it. Probably realized it was a bad move to make that comment, that the stuff she was trying to say about my video was incorrect, and that she was really only making the union VAs look worse. And so I won't be naming that voice actress, but there is another voice actress, the second one who came to my comment section, and her comment is...
I don't like doxing, so but we'll...
Protection rack.
This video is full of misinformation. If you're not a member of SAG-AFTRA, maybe don't make videos like this. This is why the voice actors are losing the strike. So as you guys know, I'm actually a professional voice actor now, because I've done some paid work and stuff like that. I'm not part of the union. I may be forced to join the union at some point, but this is the exact reason why the voice actors are losing the strike, because they are arrogant and they piss off their customers. I'll say it very... when we talk about AI protection stuff, right? And, you know, the voice actors go on strike. Do you know what's going to happen? Well, if companies see, well, the voice actors are going on strike, they're causing us problems. What's going to happen is the company's like, well, we better get AI in as quickly as we can. So it's like, I don't understand how they think striking will give them protections. because and then they have people like this who just antagonize the people who don't like what's going on. Because at the end of the day, as a voice actor who gets paid to do voice acting, I will say this. Do you know who the real victims are? They're the gamers. They're the game. Nobody ever talks about the gamers. Nobody ever talks about how the gamers, they don't get their games. It's like the gamers, they don't get their product. It's like at the end of the day, they're the victims. It's like, but for some reason, the entertainment industry kind of exists in this bubble and like we all just pat each other on the back. Well, no one cares about the customer. Well, I hate to break it to you. The customer's the one that's funding you, baby. Oh, man. So it's like when I see these types of videos, I pay attention to them. Because at the end of the day, Hero Hey and his fan base, they're the customer. And do you know who's not the customer? The voice actor. So.
Packet being called out. That's not how it works. Now, interestingly enough, there's a post on the Genshin Impact subreddit from only 7 hours ago calling out the recent actions of Sheriff Kirby. We're not going to read that just yet, though, because I'd like to give you all the context, because this whole situation involves many more people than just 26.
Here.
24 hours or so. And it all begins here on March 26. This post with now 2.9 million plus views over on Twitter from voice actor Jacob Takanashi makes this announcement about how he's joining Genshin Impact as a new voice actor, saying, role announcement.
Okay.
I'm honored to join the English cast of Genshin Impact as the voice of Kinnick. Taking up the mantle of Malipo is a privilege, and I'm grateful for the
Malipo?
opportunity to carry
Is
the
that
flame
the
from
previous voice actor?
flame bearer John.
Hey, Donna.
Who did an incredible job. Those are big shoes to fill, and I promise to give it my all, out of respect for him, for Hoyoverse, and for you, the fans.
Okay, so I see this, by the way. This is the most standard PR announcement I can imagine. This is so standard. It's like, hey everyone, I'm going to be the role of this. And if he's, replacing a former voice actor, he's like, oh, the former voice actor is awesome, and I hope I can do just as good. That's like the most standard PR thing ever. It's like, he doesn't call out anything. He's incredibly respectful.
Thank you to Diana for their amazing direction and for helping me navigate the intricacies of this incredible game, and to Side Tokyo and Hoyoverse for the honor of bringing Kinnick to life. I'm deeply grateful for the privilege.
I will say, I hate it when people say, I'm bringing characters to life. I hate that. It's just because it's an overused phrase, but anyway.
Of entertaining you all. However, in the responses, we can see a number of voice actors getting very upset at Jacob Takanashi. Comments from Western voice actors, such as Kaylee Mills, saying, this is actually kind of diabolical. If you need the money, at least take the role uncredited.
That tells me this person saying, if you need the money, at least take the role uncredited. This comes off as an easy grab for clout. It's not a good look. No. This is why you don't take things uncredited. And by the way, academics will understand this. If you take the role credited, right? Okay, if you take the role credited, you can say like, oh, you're getting publicity. But there's another reason why you take the role credited. And the answer to that is accountability, right? So portfolio, no, it's not that's publicity. But another piece of it is accountability, right? So if he voices Kinnick, or whatever his name is, and he does a really, really, really bad job, people know who to point their finger at. So if he takes the role uncredited and he does a bad job, for example, then people will be like, why didn't you post your name? Do you not want to take accountability for your poor performance? So regardless of whether he takes the role credited or uncredited, someone can get angry. In academia, they'll steal everything. To an extent, also, yes, true. And your funding. That is very true, right? But that's why you take the role credited. It's partially because of publicity, but it's also partially because of accountability. So essentially, this person, she's saying like, oh, this is the negative of you doing that, right? But she doesn't actually acknowledge there's a positive for it, which is he takes accountability for the role as well. So like this is a classic example of only looking at something in one direction and not realizing that there's reasons why things are the way they are. It's like, I don't even understand why this person would say at least take the role uncredited. Like I don't know of any situation where someone will say you need to take the role uncredited. I cannot imagine a situation like now. There are some people who like to take the role uncredited, or maybe they hide behind a pseudonym. But it's telling people you need to take the role uncredited because this is coming off as a grab for clout. No, he's doing a job. He's doing a job, so they acknowledge him that he did the job. It's like I don't know what she's. This is a classic case of emotions making an argument.
This just comes off as an easy grab for clout. It's not a good look. Valeria Rodriguez leaving a number of thumbs down. Stephanie She saying, there are many reasons why roles get recast. I personally draw the line when the original actor is holding out because they are fighting for better work conditions. I've refused many auditions to take over roles from my peers because I'd never do that to another fellow actor.
And that's your choice. And that's absolutely your choice. But okay, have you guys heard of the term stand in solidarity? So the acting union loves this term. They're like, oh, stand in solidarity with the actors. And when I hear that, right, when I hear people say stand in solidarity, what they mean is like, oh, if you agree with their ideas and their morals, you should support them. But it also tells me that their ideas are not sustainable. So, for example, when you support Apple, when you support an iPhone or something like that, right? You pay money to Apple and they give you a phone, iPhone 12 or whatever, right? They give it, which means they give you the service, right? So you're not supporting them out of principle. You're supporting them out of an actual transaction, an actual service that they're providing. Now, if you're standing in solidarity, you're supporting the voice actors, it's not a sustainable reason to support them, because you can bet that if the companies saw the people who are standing in solidarity with the strike and be like, hey, I'll give you $10 to stop supporting them, oh, they'll absolutely take it. So it's like the voice actors, the only way this strike can even survive is if they have support outside of like if they have enough support of the public will of people. Exactly, Arcane. Bunch of people forcing their will on others. It's one of the reasons why during the strike, the actors are so active on Twitter, right? What they're doing when they're so active on Twitter is because they need publicity, right? That's the only way the strike can survive, right? It's not like the Amazon workers, for example. If Amazon workers strike, you don't get your package. And people are going to be pissed off. So that's why Amazon workers' strikes are generally more effective. But the actors strike. What is it? The actors are striking. It's like, oh no, anyway. It's one of the reasons why the actors, they always need PR. Otherwise, their strike fails. And it hurts to see voice actors just contributing negative PR. Yeah.
And Karina Bodger saying, this wasn't a passing of the torch. Karina being the English voice of Paimon in Genshin Impact, and someone that
I heard people really don't like the English voice of Paimon.
Coming back to later in this video, as Karina also made other statements relating to the situation that many people in the Genshin fandom are pointing out and exposing for immense hypocrisy. But yeah, these sort of comments from voice actors upset with Jacob go on.
Yeah. Like, I don't... This is why, like Jacob taking this role is exact reason why the strike is failing, right? Because people are realizing, oh, wait, so you're telling me that, you know, high quality super union voice acting isn't as necessary in in video games. Now, don't get me wrong. I think high quality voice acting can be really good, but that doesn't sell games, right? Voice acting isn't what sells games. Voice acting just makes a really good game even better. But voice acting doesn't sell the game. And so when these people strike and then Hoyoverse continues to make money, what that tells Hoyoverse is, wait a second, we don't need these guys. And so they pull moves like this. And that's what the strike did. The strike actually made them more aware that they can get away with this crap.
On. For example, here's another one. Ruben Lack saying, dude, really classless move considering an actor was fighting for AI protections on this job. I appreciate folks want the paycheck, but they should know crossing a picket line is an immediate and permanent black mark. Another voice actor, Luis Bermudez, saying, my hope is you were misled and weren't fully aware that John was withholding his work to fight for a better future for actors everywhere. If that's the case...
If you guys were fighting for a better future, you guys would not be striking. You'd be taking a very different approach. I'll tell you guys what I believe the correct approach is later.
You have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now, but if not, and you continue in this role, yikes, man. It's also not just English VAs leaving negative comments to Jacob, but also various union supporters in general. For example, this response to Jacob's statement reading, let's call it what it is. You're an effing scab. However, there's also a lot of comments defending Jacob. For example, the comment there in the center reading, y'all harassing him should realize that he's working from Japan. The strike is only happening in America. He's not
right, that's actually hilarious. He doesn't care about the strike.
The strike in any shape or form just because he does VA work.
By the way, I think it's kind of silly to say people like it's silly to expect that people care about the causes that you're fighting for. It's like, oh, well, you should care about the strike. What if you don't agree? What if you're like, oh, I don't agree with the strike? Okay, anyway. It's like, functionally, that's what's happening.
Work in English. And other comments like, why pile on the guy? He's a VA based in Japan. They have different labor laws in there. And congrats on your new role. Warning you now that fandoms can be toxic, and apparently other VAs too.
Fandom. The Genshin fandom is toxic. No.
I do think any Genshin fan would admit that the Genshin fandom can be toxic. It's really interesting because in this particular situation, it seems like the Genshin fandom at large is actually defending Jacob. And we'll get to that when we hop over to the Genshin subreddit in a moment. First, we'll get some more additional context. That takes us over to John Patnoid. Hopefully I said that right. This is the voice actor who...
I do want to talk about... He might have some talking about... like people thinking that they're doing power grabs and stuff like that. English, so on and so on and so forth. So maybe not this. A fandom is toxic. And water is wet, apparently. We won't tolerate what this game does. Let me see. Honestly, just fire all the crazy VAs. Okay.
Welcome back, guys. Hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. We've got a few updates to go over.
Okay. And that was just general context. Now, this is... Oh, maybe it's this one. Western VAs run damage control something. Hold on. Western VAs run damage control. Here. Maybe it's this one.
Right through it. People are also pointing... So you might have seen the video.
Let's see here. Maybe he has something.
Genshin Impact has been, well, impacted. The good news for Genshin Impact players who don't care about such protection. I mean that John
typical day on Twitter.
Having integrity when it's just got overtly false information. Taking a look at his post, more
Kit
disparaging
Harrison.
remarks being Texas, who is so engaged with IndieVO, absolutely is post likely to have bias. If the main point is just AI protections,
here this is a response that I saw. So here
isn't really working either. As we can
here's some info. Here, this person. If the main point, actually, he's going to read it.
You can see a top comment responding to the post reading, If the main point is just AI protections, why isn't that just the main point for the project? And why does the project have to become union to be unstruck if it quote-unquote doesn't matter in the first place? If the project actively decides to only work with agencies that offer in their contracts protections from AI, should this not be enough to alleviate the strike based on what they're striking for? If Hoyoverse as a non-union project already moves to studios like Sound Cadence, which guarantees their actors protection from AI usage, what more is there to strike against for Hoyoverse aside from being a non-union project? If the bargain is still, yes, you did everything to support our anti-AI clause, but you're still non-union, thus still struck, this feels counterintuitive.
So, to an extent, he's not wrong. Now, this is a little bit twisted because to an extent, what is it? It just has to do with, what is it? They want a specific agreement signed. Right? It's not just like AI and stuff and so on and so forth, right? They want like a very specific set of rights and specific set of things, and so they demand that this thing is signed, and if not, then it sets a bad precedent for the union and stuff like that. But this is the exact response that I expected. I expected people to say like, why are voice actors going out and, you know, trying to get their AI protections when this studio already has AI protections, and just sounds like the voice actors are trying to force their will, or like the union is trying to force their will on the people, and they're just trying to act like they're in the moral right or moral superiority or so on and so on and so forth. And I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. I knew they would lose the publicity. They would lose the publicity battle. And this would cause the strike to start going downhill. Hey, how's it going, Bowser? Yes, I won't say unfortunately, because I don't really have anything against Hirohei. I just don't really like his style. But yeah, this is a Hirohei video.
And more of a push just for...
in their place, I would just go for AI. AI never complained. How freaking interesting. How easy is it for some completely uneducated, stupid imbecile in the chat? I'm just kidding. I love you, Nana. But but how easy is it, right? The first thing you think of is, oh, wait, so shouldn't I just replace them with AI? Exactly. That's such an easy idea. Oh, these guys are striking? Just replace them with AI. Right? That is exactly why I said the strike is a mistake. That's exactly why. Because all it does is it encourages people to come up with AI faster. Right? So, oh, my voice actors are striking? Okay, well, I better start working on that AI so I don't have to hire them again. Freaking duh. Demand higher minimum wage, robots replace job. Exactly, I know, right? And don't get me wrong. This is coming from someone who wants the strike to win. I want the strike to work. But this is the reality. They have a luxury job. Voice actors have luxury jobs. And these jobs are things that, you know, people think, okay, you have this nice cushy job, which is voice acting, and now you're demanding some sort of like weird like payment thing, and you're going to force the strike on people, and the gamers aren't going to get their games, and it's like nobody cares. The reality is this. The standard, let's just say American, I know some of you guys aren't American, but the standard McAmerican, I call it McAmerican for the American you see at McDonald's, the average American. The standard McAmerican doesn't care. Like, he's just like, oh, look, it's a bunch of people striking because they're not satisfied that they already have their entitled jobs. It's like, at the end of the day, voice acting doesn't sell games. It doesn't sell projects. It just... now, you can argue animation, maybe voice acting sells it. But for video games, voice acting doesn't sell it. It makes a game feel more real. But let's be real here, okay? A professional voice actor going... and a amateur going... The 14-year-old kid playing Call of Duty doesn't know the difference. Let's be real here. Right? If you're swinging your sword going... The difference between a professional and an amateur, I doubt 99% of gamers will even notice if you replace those things. Yeah, voice acting rarely. Maybe some maybe some niche genres like a JRPG where it's very story based or something like that. But if you're playing XCOM, how many ways can someone say "Roger that"? It's like, at the end of the day, I think professional voice actors are really, really, really good and really, really skilled at what they do. But they also have to see it from the consumer perspective. And the consumer perspective is that a lot of them don't really care. I mean, what is that Danganronpa fan game? Project Eden. From what I understand, Project Eden has a bunch of voice actors that kind of just did it for free, from what I understand. Look at this guy with freaking influencer light ring. From what I understand, and somebody who knows Danganronpa a little bit better, maybe they can tell me, but like from what I understand, this is just a project that that did voice acting for free. Everyone loved it. Everyone freaking loved it. Are they talented? Maybe. Like, I didn't know very much. Like this is like to an extent like an anime game. This game does heavily rely on voice acting. And some of the voice choices, maybe as me looking at it as a professional, is like, okay, well, that was a little bit questionable. Maybe that one could be changed a little bit. But it's like, yeah, it wouldn't surprise you if they started via Casting Call Club. I'm surprised you even know what Casting Call Club is, but maybe you guys who are in like the anime video game world know that better than I do. But it's like, yeah, parodies of shows need good VAs, not games. Yeah, exactly. Right? Games don't really need the voice acting. You have to remember, most games were quiet. It's just music background until, like, you know, we actually had that type of thing. And by the way, this is coming from me as a voice actor who wants the voice acting industry to continue to be human, but we have to acknowledge the realities of the industry. The realities of the industry is that, you know, a bunch of amateurs got together and made a game that all the Danganronpa fans loved. And once again, I did watch, like, you know, the prologue of this game, like, to kind of understand what the game is about. But from what I understand, it's like, you know, well, that choice was a little bit questionable. That choice was a little bit questionable. But the Let's Player that I was watching, he didn't know. He couldn't tell. Because most people are not these artistic, like, mastermind people who, like, care about the process of getting the right emotion, right? Most people are normal people. Most people are Mick-Americans. They go to McDonald's, they get their double cheeseburger, they eat, they go home. Ghost of Tsushima had great voice acting, but if I wasn't asked about it, it doesn't cross your mind. See, yes, I think that's a great way to put it, right? It's like, I think it had great voice acting, but I don't think about Daisuke, the voice actor for Jin. I think it was Daisuke. Let me just make sure. Jin Sakai. Yeah, Daisuke Tsuji, right? I don't really think about him if I'm thinking about the game. What I'm thinking about is the great parry mechanics in Ghost of Tsushima. I'm thinking about the kind of the assassination mechanics. I'm thinking about, like, the how you throw the kunai, right? I don't really think about the voices. So it's like, I love voice acting and I want to do it. I want to continue to do it. And I want to voice in video games, and I want to voice in animations, and I want to maybe commercials, because commercials make you money. But let's be real here. This isn't what sells the game. Yeah, the voice of Claude, that's Joe Zisha. Actually, I know him, but yeah, he was beloved. But I also question, is it him who was who everyone loved, or was it just Claude, the silly, sneaky guy, right? To a large extent, people liked Claude because of his personality and his and, like, the way he approached problems, and the voice just elevated it to a next level, right? But it's like, it wasn't him who sold the game. You're absolutely right. So, yeah, Anyway, let's keep going.
Out double standards and hypocrisy that these union VAs have. For example, conveniently breaking their own Global 1 rule, in which it seems like these union VAs...
The Global 1 rule is the rule that I mentioned earlier, where the unions have to only work on union projects.
Never should have been working on Hoyoverse games to begin with. Despite that, many of them are now essentially trying to control who Hoyoverse can even work with. Then there's all the double standards with how some of them claim Jacob Takanashi is scabbing and going out to harass the guy, but turning a blind eye to some of the people in their very own clique who are essentially doing the same thing. The point being that all of this and plenty of stuff I haven't mentioned in this brief introduction is causing many people across the internet to have a very rapidly growing distaste towards these SAG-AFTRA union voice actors. But of course there's more details than all that. Hopefully you've been keeping up with the news, whether that's from the videos that I've been making here on the channel or elsewhere on the internet.
Let's see if he has any thingamajiggies. Actors are attacking this. Here's some Chinese posts.
That being the first VA for Kenichi, who got replaced by Jacob Takanashi. Having all this to say about John Patnoide's statement. You view the character you voiced, Kenichi, as your own, but you didn't learn any of his good qualities. This is the price of the Turnfire. Exactly on point. And
so this, by the way, is one of the things that I've said a lot. It feels like voice actors are slowly becoming celebrities. It's a bunch of celebrity adjacent. How convenient that the moment I said celebrity, you actually said this. So they say like, oh, I am Kenichi. It's like, no, you're the character. You are voicing the character. Yeah, they come off as narcissistic and greedy. Exactly. See, that's the thing, right? I actually don't think they're narcissistic and greedy. I think that, what they're doing, to an extent, they actually believe that that what they're doing is okay. So you see, there's two aspects to this, right? Here's the reality of the union. Most actors in the union know nothing about the union. The reason why they join is because they have to. In order to work on union projects, you have to join the union in order to do it, right? So they join the union, but they don't actually know much about the union. So when the union says, we're striking before AI protections, they're like, oh yeah. And so probably they don't even realize what the other things that they're striking for. So... So it's like when the union is saying like, oh, we also want control over this thing or control over that thing. That's also true. And then the actors don't even realize it. And then all that happens is that they kind of lose PR. And so it's like when the actors say like, oh, we're striking for AI protections, they are striking for AI protections. That's not wrong. But there's also other things that are correct that this video is also pointing out. So it's like you can have your cake and eat it too. It just turns out your cake is made of shit. So it's like, regardless of how you approach it, it's like one side, the voiceover artists are only looking at one aspect of the problem, and the other side is like the YouTubers are saying like, oh, well, all this stuff is crap, and you guys are greedy, and you guys are. I think that's a great way to put it. The artists demanding their art be more valuable, functionally. Functionally, yes. And by the way, this is the exact same reason why AI art is now being used as like concept art for a lot of video games instead of the actual artists, because the artists demanded that oh, we want our you guys to give us AI protections, and then the company said, okay, we'll just wait until AI art is good enough and then we'll replace you. Duh.
Kenichi is Kenichi, not anyone else. Next set saying, this is so pathetic. Saying quote-unquote my character is just ridiculous. This is the funniest / most ridiculous part of the tweet. I've saw people said that non-CNVAs, especially ENVA.
Let's see. Hoyo didn't want to. So there's also one I really wanted to show you guys. I think it's is it this one?
Well, guys, it looks like we have our 5th.
So from what I understand, this is Paimon's voice actor. And it's really cringy, so I apologize for showing this.
Just in case that happened, and yeah, we're good to go. So let's take a look, shall we?
Okay, here's the thing. If voice actors, both non-union and union, in a video game want a game to go union, the game should go union. Nobody else's opinion matters. That's it. And YouTubers don't know anything. YouTubers don't know anything. They're not voice actors. They've never been in my industry. They don't know what my industry is about. They don't know anything about SAG. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor either.
Okay, let's pause already and holy smokes. Okay. Excuse
So first of all, it's just her attitude alone. Her attitude saying, I know and you don't. It's like, that is going to destroy the strike, right? Because now the gamers have turned against the voice actors. And Hoyoverse, which is one of the biggest companies right outside, they're doing video games right now, they're acknowledging, hey, wait a second, I can just replace these voice actors, and the fans will continue to support me. Hey, that's awesome. I can continue to make money. I could just not use voice lines, and the fans will continue to play. Hey, isn't that freaking awesome? That attitude is turning people so... I know, right? It's so bad. And so one of the things she says, by the way...
And union in a video game want a game to go union. The game should go union. Nobody else's opinion matters.
Nobody else's opinion matters? It's like, are you sure? Well, I think the gamer's opinion matters. Because the gamers want a good game. Right? And also, what is it? If the gamers need to pay more money because now they're bringing in more union actors to make 5 grunts, yeah, the gamer's opinion kind of matters. They're the ones funding you. It's like, it's not the company that's funding you. It's actually the gamers that are funding you. And so she says something a little bit further down the line, I think. Let me see if I can find it.
The game, and yes, their opinion matters. That's just what
YouTubers don't know anything. They're not voice actors. They've never been in my industry. They don't know what my industry is about. They don't know anything about SAG. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor either. Stop telling me to go to liars. Liars. They are paid to lie to you. Also, I'm sorry. They have more incentive to lie. They have.
I can't keep going. I'm sorry. We'll go back to this beautiful boy right here. Yeah, this idea, like, oh, they're stupid, they're lying to you. It's like insulting the YouTubers, insulting these the creators. Let me turn on some music because I need to detox from that. She just stabbed me with words. Ah, I'm a liar. Oh God, ow. I can't stand the hope this helps. Right, she does say, like, I hope this helps at the very end. It's like, here's... What? The way she provokes the ire of the people who are literally paying... Like, this is the thing I never understood, which is, by the way, really interesting, right? I never understood why developers, game developers, they call people, the game developers, they call the gamers sexist and racist and whatever. And these people, they call the gamers, oh, you guys are liars. And like, you guys are just trying to, so on and so forth. It's like, yeah, and insulting the YouTubers is like, oh, well, you guys are dumb. You guys are idiots. They're literal liars. They're paid to lie to you. It's like, I never understood why we can't, even if you don't agree with them, these people are always the people who are saying like, oh, you should be kind to others, except the gamers for some reason. It's like, why is that? Like it's always, yeah, it's always, what is it? Like, oh, always be nice to others, except, I don't agree with you, so I'm just going to be vitriolic to you. It's like, I was thinking about this, I was wondering, it seems like many of the people in the industry, they don't actually care about the industry. Making people accountable is going to come back sooner. I know, right? It seems like, yeah. And because of this video of hers, players are calling for her head even in China. I heard about that, yeah. They really want to replace her. Like, people really want to replace her now. But like, if you ask me, these actors, they're not here because they care about video games or they care about acting in video games. I don't think they do. If they go out like this and do these types of things, what they care about is essentially celebrity adjacent life, as Arcane said. He called it celebrity adjacent. Like celebrity adjacent life, being able to do their, you know, their performance acting and tell their stories, you know, in like a lot of artists believe they have like some knowledge that they need to share with the world, and it has some level of arrogance to it. And so it's like, it sounds like video games just happens to be the medium to do it. It used to be movies, it used to be television, and now it's video games. And so it's like, you know, we have a bunch of, I hate saying this because I'm also a theater kid, but we have a bunch of theater kids who think, okay, well, I'm going to use video games to let people hear what I have to say. But they don't care about the video games themselves. They care about the things that they're saying. For years now, they wanted to be replaced, but only it's now far past their boiling point. Yeah, I'm actually curious to see what will happen. Yeah, they care about the fame, not the actual I won't necessarily say talent. I would say, I get what you're saying, Slippery. I would say more like, they don't care about the actual story that they're, you know, they don't care about the audience's view of the story, or their audience's view of the game, or the industry, or the how the characters present themselves. It's one of the reasons why, what is it? I think there was this whole thing about like the voice actor claiming that Paimon is non-binary or something like that, and I was like, why the frick would you? Of all things, why would you do that? It's like, why would you try to put a sexuality on a character that has absolutely no sexual relevance in the game? This is the exact same stunts that politicians pull. I'm a normal theater kid. Thank you. You were about to mention the non-binary thing. I'm new to the controversy, by the way. I'm new to the Genshin controversy. The only reason I know about it is because there was this one Hero Hey video popped into my feed. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Right, I know about the strike, but I didn't realize that people were that the audience was this upset with it. I don't know why Kai is on my screen right now. Let me go back to, oh God, I don't want her on my screen either. No offense. No offense if she's watching. But yeah, whoever this is, it's kind of cute. Unless it's a guy, then that's not good. Yeah, but normal theater kid. There's exactly one type of theater kid. I feel so attacked right now. No, it's like, legitimately, many of these it's like, okay, I'm going to be honest here. Okay, I'm going to go mask off for a moment. Okay, let me see if I can find well, this guy kind of is a theater kid, to be honest, but I'll just leave this up on the screen. But I'm gonna go mask off for a moment. You're one of the most humble voiceovers, ignoring the past. Thank you, Slippery. Thank you, Slippery. All right, so I'm gonna go full mask off for a moment and really talk about this, right? Here's the reality. Normal people don't go into a field like acting. Normal people, they get a normal job, and then they work for 9 to 5, and then they go home, right? You're so glad you didn't ignore, oh man, the freaking ads, man. Frick. But normal people don't go into acting, right? The actors are generally people who are, 1, sensitive people, obviously, and 2, generally the best actors I've seen, they either suffer from PTSD or depression or some sort of trauma or maybe like ADHD. It's like that's always how it is, right? So when I see these types of people, you know, they're trying to be voice actors, and then they, you know, they go off and then they kind of try to do their whole voice acting thing. Often, it's in an attempt to try to be like, to try to have their voices be heard because they think, you know, my trauma gives me some sort of like story to be able to tell like reality and like stuff like that. It's like I know the reality and you have to listen to me, that type of thing. To an extent, political stuff. YouTube channels that buy ads are either people experimenting with it or some of the best channels. I mean, I'm going to be fair. I was kind of experimenting with it at the time. Ads have definitely changed a lot in the past several years. But yeah, meanwhile, I'm diagnosed with simp. It's a real condition, okay? It's a very real condition, and I will not be shamed for it. But I wish that, you know, the industry, the voice actors, were more personable, were more like reasonable instead of this whole like, I know things and you don't. It's like, I mean, I can say that because I know everything. You know, another thing that, you know, I always believe that I don't really like to say, but I will say, is that, you know, when voice actors say things like, oh, our performance is better than AI, to me, that's just arrogant. That's just really, really arrogant. It's like, do you think that, you know, technology that has literally replaced every single thing that it's ever attempted to, and somehow you're the one special situation? But it is cheaper, absolutely. And you know, here's the thing, right? They say like, oh, well, my performance is better. Well, at the moment it's better. Give it 10 years, right? Not only that, but in 10 seconds, I can produce 10 seconds of audio, right? Because I'm a human and I cannot travel through time. 10 seconds produces 10 seconds of audio. An AI can produce maybe 10 hours in 10 seconds. So it's like, you think that level of scalability isn't going to replace humans? It's like, by the way, I want voice acting to remain human. But with how the voice actors are treating this current situation, they're losing. They're losing hard. AI can never replace my thoughtography. AI can never replace my thoughtography, said Bowser Jr. As I wrote out his thoughtography, I figured that he would think that AI would not replace him. Unfortunately, it has. Future AI, not sure on that. AI can't replace my degree on yapology. Watch, one of these days, I'm just going to be like, I'm just going to be like, hi everyone, my name is Manakyn, and I'm going to be playing Ace Attorney today. Wow, this game is really great. I really like this game. I like how Ace Attorney is based on a person named Phoenix Wright. Wow, it's such a fun game. Oh, man. But, not the Quevel Cop, man. Freaking Quevel Cop. I'm such a nice AI. You guys don't know I could already be an AI. AI is better at filibustering. That is so true, though. Oh, man. Like, I wish... By the way, I want to give my opinion on AI, on how they should have handled the strike, by the way. Now, let's go back to, like, here. Voice over strike video games. I don't know, we'll just do PC gamer. I feel like this is not the best image to represent the voice acting strike. It's a dude in sunglasses. He looks like he's so Hollywood. This guy has Pokemon hat. It's like, this probably isn't the... Like, people are going to look at this and going to be like, oh, these people. So... Use AI to write a filibuster speech. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. So this is my view on the strike because, you know, I figured, you know, a lot of people say like, oh, I complain all the time. What's my solution? The solution is actually really easy. It's actually so freaking easy. And no, it's simple. The solution is simple. It's not easy, right? It's very hard to implement, but it's very simple. It's a very simple solution. Win over the gamers. That's literally all it is. In 2016, they had another strike, and they got a lot of what they wanted. The reason was because at the time, the gamers liked voice actors. One of the reasons was, what is it called? Critical Role. You guys remember this Critical Role podcast? There was this podcast with Matt Mercer and friends. Yeah, they got a lot of good PR for voice actors. Right? These guys got a lot of really good PR for voice actors. And so people really liked them. People really liked the voice actors. After COVID, there was a lot of really negative press on just the video game industry video game industry, as well as just voice acting in general. I hate how he's going to damage his player's handbook. Man, that pisses me off. But yeah, but now they're out here yelling at gamers, saying that gamers are racist and sexist because they don't buy the Yasuke game, or like, because Tosh is non-binary and they don't buy Dragon Age, so how dare they be against LGBT? And it's like, so the game developers are say something like that, but it's like the voice actors are adjacent to that, and so they have so much negative press. And so now, when gamers see the voice actors on strike, they're like, okay, freaking good. We didn't want you anyway. What's up with Matt Mercer's post? I was thinking the same thing, you know. But, you know, whatever. He's so young, man. He's gotten old. They look like they showed up for the strike photo booth. I know, right? This is like the worst possible picture they could have put in for good publicity. What happens when they can't get their avocado toast and their oat milk lattes? But that's all you need to do. All you need to do is win over the customer. Here's the reality. If gamers don't like games with AI voice acting, they won't buy them. And then the companies will say, oh, the gamers don't like games with AI voice acting. They like games with real voice actors. So then the companies will take real voice actors. It's like, it's so easy. It's so easy to win. Now, no, sorry, it's so simple. It's so simple. Now, is it easy? No, it's not easy. Why? Because from 2020 to up until now, the voice actors have ruined their publicity. So in order to win them back, it's going to take a freaking long, hard-fought battle. But it's like, do you know how you win them back? You actually listen to people like Hirohei. You actually, you know, have a conversation, try to talk to them, and try to understand their opinion and why they're so frustrated with the game industry. It's like, when I see people who are kind of like, have some like vitriolic views. The third guy looks like the villain in that Netflix TSA movie. When I see people who are kind of like vitriolic, like, oh, frick. Like, what is it? And I don't mean this necessarily in a bad way. Like, Hirohei, and recently I've been seeing this one anime girl who is actually a dude named Rev. It's like, they kind of have this, like, underlying anger or frustration in their voices, it's because they're upset, man. It's because they're frustrated, and it's like, you know, instead of actually, you know, like talking to them, the voice actors just go around and say like, oh, you guys are terrible. It's like, oh, hero hey, the moment you said hero hey, that's a red flag. It's like, man, it irritates me. It irritates me as someone who's part of the industry as well. And like, you know, like, what is it? Dare I say, this freaking idiot, Asmongold. Oh my god, they hate him. Like, after I watched Hero Hay's video, I saw, what is this? I saw this video. Very stupid VA drama. It's over, canceled! It's over! Like, and of all things, this was one of the first like actual videos that I actually really watched of Asmongold. It's like I've clicked on his videos like once or twice, but it's like I actually listened to him. And the way he speaks for the common man. It's like, that's what I've realized from him. It's like, he's like saying like, the things he says, like the average, the one quote I remember, he's like, the average American doesn't care. That's essentially the audience. That's essentially the audience. He is the true Mick-American. This guy is literally the true Mick-American. You are absolutely right. He is the guy you see at McDonald's. He is the guy you see at Walmart. He is the guy you see at Home Depot buying like command strips. He is the Mick-American. So it's like, I don't particularly like him, but he has really good insights. So it's like, if more people were willing to listen to the evil YouTuber people, it's like, it'd be so much easier. He never go outside? I'm pretty sure that's a meme. But yeah, he doesn't clean his room. I mean, maybe, but yeah, but yeah, for real, even I go outside. But no, he is the true Mick-American. If he goes to McDonald's, he goes to the drive-thru because he doesn't want to get out of his car. But no, like, legitimately, like, I wish more people would listen to the bad guys. Because, you know, this was the first time I actually really tried to listen to, like, his videos for, like, an actual, like, actually listen to the arguments that he was making. And it's like, for me, seeing these people, like this Hero Hey guy, who apparently the voice actors hate him. The voice actors hate this Rev guy. There's another person named Darkos88 or something like that. Like, I've been seeing these YouTube channels who are like anti-woke VO or anti-woke VA, these types of channels and stuff like that. Yeah, and these bad guys, like Asmongold is definitely one of them. And the bad guys are more often willing to help, are more often the people trying to help who are willing to call out their own. Yeah, and even, you know, I don't know if they're trying to help, but they're the ones who call out the bad stuff. They're the ones who say, this is wrong, that sucks. There's one I watch, but you won't mention. No judgment. I already said the word Asmongold. I'm already canceled. It's like, my life is over. My life we know, as I know it, is over. Like, pretty soon, the woke police is gonna come in through that door and arrest me, so. But, yeah, so. And here's the thing. Here lies Mana's Here lies Mana's hopes and dreams. I'm the woker. God damn it, get out. I hate you guys. You guys are the worst. Okay, but what was I saying? Right. You know, a lot of people, they hear me talk about this and they're like, "Oh, why do you hate the industry?" Honestly, I feel like I'm the only one who cares about the industry. Because the reality is, if you continue to lie to yourself and say things like, "Oh, AI will never replace humans, and we don't have to listen to these bad guys who are, you know, criticizing our community," it's like you are leading the voiceover industry down the path of death. You are leading them down a path that is built on a lie. It's like, if you want to actually care about the industry and actually preserve the industry as a, you know, as a human industry, which, by the way, I find the value of things created by humans to have value. That's why I prefer it over AI. But I also can acknowledge that AI, when it comes to these types of things, they're capable of doing it at a very high rate, very high speed, and reasonable quality. So, yeah. Why don't I blindly support you? Stop thinking! Let me think for you! It's like, if you want to actually preserve the industry and fix the industry, you need to ask difficult questions. And these are things that people are unwilling to do. Because, by the way, because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel happy. It's like, "Oh, well, I'll never be replaced by an AI because I'm special." It's like, of course you're special. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Oh, man. But yeah, one of these days I should go through my subscriptions, because I'm subscribed to a lot of people I forgot I've subscribed to, and I was like, dang, what the frick? Who the frick is that? Does that make you old? You're very old. If you are above the age of 18, you are old. You are old, man. If you're above the age of 20, oh man, I'm gonna need to, you know, get you your dentures. I'm gonna have to help you cross the street. Oh no, you're getting there. Uh-oh, someone's getting old. You haven't reached it just yet. It's coming. It's coming. The moment you turn 18, your back goes all bad, and you're gonna start having to walk with a cane. At least I'm not as old as Grant. I'm young. I'm 6, guys. I'm 6 years old. I'm 6 years old, maybe 6.5. Okay, fine. I'm 8. Okay, I'm 8. Okay, I'm 8 years old. But yeah, this is the voiceover strike. So my name changed my name to So Young. Oh no! Rest in peace, the MILF Manor stream. What makes the thing so bad in gaming land? Everything. Everything is awful. How's it going, Jammin'? Yeah, but dang, maybe I should just become a React channel. I'll just go like, oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Oh, true, that's true. Yeah. Oh. What do you guys think? Could I pull it off? Hold on. White noise 10 hours. White noise image. Static noise effect. That's an advertisement. Hold on. I can do this. That's so funny. Oh, true. What do you guys think? Is that yeah? Yeah, you guys think? Yeah. No. You see, that's wrong, right? That's not right. What is he doing? Why would he do that? You think I could be a React channel, guys? I think I can pull it off. I think I can pull this off. Anyway, let's go back to this guy who is getting ready for his photo shoot in the SAG-AFTRA strike. But yeah, so that is the that's the gaming world today. Oh, by the way, I did want to ask. I know I said we would play Yakuza, but recently I've been thinking about my channel and I've realized we get a lot of views when we play visual novels. So if you guys want another game we could play is Zero Escape. We could play Zero Escape if you guys would like that. Play Saya no Uta. I thought we looked that up at one point. Saya no Uta. It might be too, Saya no Uta might be too, raunchy for YouTube. All ice. 720 was not made for white noise. Morphinogenic fields. Oh boy. Do you guys actually want me to play Zero Escape? Because I will. I will if you guys want me to. Rain World? I don't know what Rain World is. It looks like a cool game, but probably not for my channel. The sequel, yeah, Zero Last Reward or something like that. Something like that. And Rain World is cool. It has multiplayer. Well, it's a good thing I have no friends, so I don't have to worry about that. More like Pain World. Survival. Difficult. Atmospheric. I see. Yeah, but maybe, you know, maybe we'll do Yakuza and then the next game will be Zero Escape. Maybe we'll do Zero Escape. Dark and Darker? What is it? I actually don't know any of these games. Dark and Darker. What the frick is that? It looks like an asset flip. Play Watcher? I don't know Watcher. But, yeah. You know, we could do, we can do Pirate Yakuza, and then after that we can do Zero Escape, I think. Maybe give myself a break from reading everything all the time. A Metal Gear stream, but the simp counter would be through the roof. Depends on which one. Well, then again, yes. Yeah, but I think we'll do Yakuza, and then after that we'll do Zero Escape. Zero's Last Reward, or something like that. Apparently, Zero Escape is all about a dude named Sigma, who apparently is a Sigma male. The sequel actually has voice acting. Yeah, but you know, we're gonna do the true Manakyn experience where I turn off all the voices, because that's what we did for the first one. I'm clever! There's like one woman in Metal Gear. I mean, but there's Senator Armstrong, right? What about Senator Armstrong? Clover was amazing. Yo, Clover went psycho in that one ending. You already know the 2 games that you really want. Octopath, yeah, I know. Then there's Triangle Strategy and, you know, like XCOM. You don't, not Octopath. But I know Triangle Strategy. Oh, Tails, right. Right. I mean, I do want to watch the entire stream fall apart the moment I play Triangle Strategy. I'm just gonna be staring at one screen for hours, going, okay, but what if I moved here? But maybe I can. But what if I moved up here, down here? What? No, but if I move here, then I can move here. No, but I could go here. No, I'll go here. No, I'll go. You know what? I'm just gonna castle. Thanks so much for coming, Kiyoma, and hanging out with us and talking about crap. They're terrified of the builds I try. You know, if they come out with a Triangle Strategy too, I might just play that. Just play it on stream. My extra case, my girlfriend's secret. What the frick games are you guys playing? Cuphead. Fun fact for you, Balroth. Cuphead was my very first stream. Cuphead was actually where people established that I was a simp, because I simped for Cala Maria. It was the very first stream I ever streamed. Very first game I ever streamed. Another horror game? Oh boy, you guys in your horror game. Yeah, it was the very first game I streamed. Sorry. Yeah, you should be sorry, making me play horror. You guys know I'm bad at horror. Isn't there like a new Little Nightmares coming out though? That was when I had a rotating schedule. That was when, like, I actually had time to, like, stream and, like, try to make it, like, work as, like, a living. Now I just do it for fun. I'm a lot happier now that I just stream for fun instead of, like, trying to make, like, a living out of it or something like that. We yearn for Resident Evil. Lady D, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, ho, 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 ho. My Legends Arceus played. Frick, man. Frickin' Legends Arceus, man. God dang. You gotta agree. I gotta agree with you. You agree with me. I'm agreeing with you. Agreeing with me. Yeah, you could tell I started to be less stressed. Yeah, and I'm really happy about that. You know, like, yeah, and you know, I think you know, people who come by it enjoy it more because it's more relaxed now. And now I get to be stressed about other things like family. Alright, so what did we learn today? We learned that Nintendo games are expensive, voice actors are stupid, aliens speak Hebrew, you're remembering the stress of Detroit. Oh, freaking Detroit, man. Like, it was really hard to like ensure that the chat was like censored enough, because man, like bots hit that, and also like people were all like freaking like this is what you have to do and so on and so forth. It's like, yeah. And chat, yeah, that was fun stuff. You know, I should go back and replay that and see the other endings. I never actually replayed it. I said I would, I never actually went back. We're all old after hitting 18. That's a lie. I am not a furry. I just happen to like people who have tails and are a little bit fuzzier than normal. I mean, excuse me. I'm debating if I want to do Zero Escape or maybe do like the next Phoenix Wright. You're not old, I can't be. You know, the first stage is denial. Yeah, but it'll be nice to play like a proper Yakuza game, even if it's not really a proper Yakuza game, because let's be real here, it's a freaking Pirates. Dual Destinies is good, not as good as TGAA. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, we get to see Phoenix again, right? Denial is second. Okay, fine. Denial is a river. I'm looking at my YouTube recommendations, like they're like just everyone is complaining about Nintendo. It's like, hey, come on, $80 isn't that bad. Just as long as there's no microtransactions, man. Denial is how you take down. Well, nowadays we just use community posts. I gotta say, community posts is probably one of the better changes of Twitter. Denial is a river is a hit song by Doechi. Doechi. That sounds like a Japanese dude. Oh man, I better get something to eat, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I had a really fun time. I always have fun times now, especially during the chat streams. We'll probably do some Yakuza tomorrow, and then maybe we'll do some Zero Escape after. Eat Manakyn? Eat Manakyn, baby, because, ow. I haven't heard that in a long time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Man, I kind of miss Gregson. Just totally random, but I kind of miss Gregson. Anyway, do you have any quests for me? I will see you all next time.